Avast ahoy and g'day once again to ye mateys. I be Josh the Pirate, and this be me lovely old lady wife.
The Mother of Bunnies, otherwise known as Keren.
And yes, we are back for something a little bit different, something completely new. In fact, we've sort of been doing this a little bit. So we thought, fuck it, let's actually do it. So we are going to do Keren and Josh review, where we fucking learn and play a brand new game. Normally something probably designed for solo play or duo play. Hey Terrace, hey Chaotic Goblin, slithers. Do ferrets slither? I feel like they walk.
Look, if you watched a ferret move, it's definitely a slithery walk.
Fair.
Like, they ripple. They're very cool.
GM Radio Rob, what booty have we brought to plunder this fine eve? I'll tell you, my good sir. We are going to review Cartograph, or Cartograph, depending on where you're from. This is a game by Raven's Ridge Emporium. They have sent it to me. They saw me do Tactics Tuesday, and they were like, hey, do you want to do this? And I was like, fuck yeah, I do. And it vibes with me hard, I'm going to be honest. Yeah. Straight off the bat, Cartograph, I was like, is this anything like Cartographers? Yes, it is.
I was just thinking, we both really like the game Cartographers, so...
Which is right behind you. Do you want to grab it? Top of the second shelf.
The second shelf.
Just under the minis.
Yeah.
So if you ever want a really hecking good game, Cartographers, which is a role play, it's a Thunderworks games, but it is for use in the role player system, which is an actual role play game. You can play a cartographer in it, but it's super pretty. This is the expanded collector's edition. It's lovely. My mother-in-law bought it for me.
The small one was not enough.
Not enough. And you are... in fact, let's swap. I've set up something new and different. Yeah. So, cutting across, ba-boom. This is the inside. This is Cartographers. This is not the game we would be playing. Ta-da! Lick.
It's just a cool game. Yeah. And this being a cool game is part of the reason why we're doing the other. And I'm like... They maybe can have nothing to do with each other.
They don't have anything to do with each other.
This is how our minds work.
But we were like, this is the sheet that you fill in for cartographers. And slowly but surely you find new things on the map and you draw it in it. Yeah. In the hexes. It's relatively simple. If you want a good review of it, the Nerds of the West, Tom Moore and the Nerds of the West did a great review of this game. Yeah, it's not what we're doing. We could. There's nothing stopping us in this setup playing this game. Yeah. And we might at another time. But tonight... It's
one of those games Josh can actually convince me to play with him because it's not guaranteed he's going to win.
No, she's beaten me a couple of times at this one. I am very good at it.
He's very good at games. And, this one I occasionally win.
So, yeah, that's our new setup. Yay. But... first we do need to talk about other stuff, about who we are and where we are and what we do, and also the Ukraine. As Tara says, they do slither when they are sneaking. How do you know where everything is in that collection? I don't. Let's be honest, I have to look, but it's all on display. That's the point. I can see everything.
What shelf is Boss Monster on?
Boss Monster is on the same shelf as... Or is it one underneath?
What about Super Fight?
Well, now I can tell you.
Oh no, he's cunningly realized the lower I look
if you're wanting me to, if I want me to tell you what's above my head, if I actually, because we've got a movable camera, you can see all of my collection.
They can't see that though, because you're on the wrong screen.
But, right.
Yeah, that's not good. Yeah, it's quite a collection.
There we go. There's all the games, more games, Keren... More games directly behind Josh, and more games down there. Those are Warhammer books. There's a lot of Warhammer books, and a lot of Warhammer generally. And now I will stop.
Wait. We have another cam.
Order! It's a puppy cam. Puppy cam.
Hi, Siri.
Hey, baby. Should we have this forever? Papa! Yes.
Oh, you're sleepy.
I just live on your shelf from now on.
She's tired from shouting at the neighbours all day.
She's looking up like, how could you?
I didn't.
Wouldn't possibly.
There was someone else barking at the fence.
Yeah.
It looked like.
So back to that. Yes. So first of all, hi everybody. I'm Josh the Pirate. Nice to meet you all. For those of you who don't know me, I am a Twitch streamer where I play D&D. And other RPG games, and I'm expanding my horizons, literally, metaphorically, and chemically, to check out some more stuff. And this is my lovely wife, Keren, the Mother of Bunnies, who also does most of those things.
Yeah, I help on the channel and shit. I've actually now played some RPGs that you haven't, which is kind of cool.
Yeah. I've never played Avatar.
No, you haven't. But I'm also a writer and performer. You can follow me on Twitter, where I share bunny pictures and get mad about things. My emotional outlet. It's a dangerous place. But you can also follow my burlesque alter ego Miss Lollamore on Instagram. I actually have a show on Sunday, 7 p.m. at the Rosemount Hotel in Perth, WA. That
I may be performing in too, because apparently the MC's husband is sick. Or life partner. I don't think they're married.
No, they're not married. Her live-in partner has the Rona. So we'll see if she's actually there.
So I may be the MC. And I've done it before. I'm not stressed. You're stressed. What? Keren, tell me about Ukraine.
Ukraine. You may have heard about it in the last year. It's got a whole lot of Russians in it, and that's not working out well for anybody. But particularly the Ukrainians. So if you are willing and able to support them, there are 2 links in chat. The first is for Australian-based charity appeal. You can follow the link. There's a bunch of charities and not-for-profits that you can donate to, specifically to help refugees. The second link is for the Curious Compendium of Slavic Myth, which is a wonderful little D&D booklet you can buy, and this goes in age of the British Red Cross appeal for Ukraine. If you would like to check out the one-shot that is part of that D&D booklet, you can go and watch it on our YouTube, because we played it, because it is a fun little mini campaign. And there's subclasses, creatures, there's a gorgeous map. It's a nice little thing that you can acquire.
Sneaky YouTube plug.
Yes, and you just have to donate £1 to acquire it.
It's pretty great. And I occasionally give it away as a giveaway on the channel as well, because
keep giving them more pounds.
I was like, hey,
have another £1 and we'll send this.
It's 2 Australian dollary dues. We'll get you a lovely copy of it, and it's really great. So we appreciate the heck out of it. If you can find it in your heart to do that. If you're watching this on the YouTube, do not fear. The link is in the chat. Is in the description.
Hey.
Boom. I'm good at job.
And I was just thinking, you said dollary dues, and dollary dues really should be the official website.
It really should be.
Dollars, yeah. Australian dollars, clunky, hate it. Yeah. Dollary dues, catchy, cool, memorable.
Right. So I think we should probably get into it. I just first need to find. Hang on. Where did we put this? Why have you? Oh, okay. I know what I've done there. Right. So.
To the map.
Gentles and ladymen, here we go, cutting across to Cartograph. So, Cartograph, a solo role-playing... Could you move that? Because that's where I'm going to be reading the thing. Thank you.
How dare you come between me and my hydration.
Is a solo game of map-making and discovery, which is very, very cool. Lovely idea. And I'm like, immediately, I'm like, I am grabbed. Consider me grabbed, good sir. By Brandon Lee.
Which is a cool name, any relation of Bruce Lee. Like, Brandon Lee is literally his son's name.
Really?
Yeah. Huh. Who is sadly deceased, but...
Oh, I was about to say, I'm like, probably not that guy, though.
No, he's dead, so I'm pretty sure he's not writing RPGs.
Props not. Ooh, wounds and stuff. This will be interesting. Ooh. Okay, I was like, I'm a map maker. Do I need wounds? Hopefully not. Let's find out. So,
and yes, Terrace, absolutely grab your felt tips. Let's do it.
Yeah, absolutely. And what did Adana say? And here I am with 10 TTRPG books and 1 board game, of which 6 books of D&D 5e. I'm like, look, I've got those as well. But yeah, we collect things. We both like to collect things.
I had to go pick up. I was buying some stuff from a fellow performer the other night, and I went over to her place to pick them up. And they're about to move house in 6 weeks, and they've just started selling off all their stuff early because the place they're moving is smaller. So her house was like half empty, and I was just like, you can just embrace the minimalist lifestyle. And she's like, oh, I'm a minimalist anyway. I hate clutter, and I'm just like,
But all the things.
But the thing.
I hate clutter too, but I live with a gremlin.
A very cute gremlin.
An adorable gremlin who I love very much, which is why I tolerate it.
The dining room table is definitely not covered in pink fabric.
Yes, you're definitely not making a pseudo vulva. It's 18 plus, that's why I did it. When we move, I'm going to have a TTRPG room plus 1 Lance monitor for boss fights. Hell yeah!
Oh man, a dedicated game room would be amazing. We could put so much stuff in there.
Yeah.
And
I would want this sort of a setup in it as well, like a top-down for streaming. That'd be cool. Have round-the-table games. I do not have the room. Unlike AJ, I couldn't convince my parents to buy me a house. Jealous.
One of my first moments of pure unadulterated envy as a teen was when a friend of mine just got given a car.
Yeah.
And my parents were like, no, you have to get a job and earn money and buy your own car, and then you'll appreciate it that much more.
Like...
And I have never owned a car as nice as the one my friend got given for free at 17.
Worth noting that if it's the friend I'm thinking about, her parents are fucking loaded.
They are fucking loaded. Which is why they just gave her a car.
Yeah. It's not the only car she's been given by them, too. She routinely gets given cars.
I think she's going to be given a couple.
Pretty sure I remember I was getting into the car relatively recently, like only a few years ago, thinking, this is a nice car, where did you get this one? And she's like, oh, my mum didn't want it anymore. I'm like,
See,
oh, to not want
don't want
something
their cars anymore. They trade them in.
When I don't want something anymore, it's because it's died. And even then, a lot of the things die. I'm like, I still want this.
I'm really good
really
at
sad
fixing
it died.
holes in my t-shirts, so I don't have to get rid of them.
Technically, the Lorite has space for a gaming table, but I don't have the disposable income to acquire one.
Oh my goodness.
There
if
is
I
that
had
too.
like piles of disposable income, but when I went over to the Wooten Forge workshop recently, they were working on a very snazzy table.
Yeah.
Oh, so pretty.
That's lotto dream. That's that. Buy a house for all the bitches.
Put the bitches in the house.
It's what Rachel Foucault said. It was like, honestly, dead set, 10 million or more. It's a house for all the bitches. And I was like, I couldn't afford that with 10 million. I've got too many friends. And she's like, this is the trick. I only have like 6 friends. When I refer to the bitches, by the way, you're one of the bitches. I'm like, yes!
I'd be Rachel Foucault's bitch to get to live in a house.
I was like, sweet, yep. Oh. Very nearly got a wormwood. Oh!
Get a cabinet maker to make one instead. Oh. Getting custom furniture is just...
Yeah. I mean, we've got a lot of custom furniture, because I do custom furniture. All right, let's look at this game.
Enough of whining about this terrible economy we're living in. Let us play a game. Build a fantasy realm.
Cool. So, Cartograph is a solo journaling RPG about map-making, exploration, world-building, and resource management.
My favourite thing.
You just described cartographers as well. And I'm not in any way insinuating that these are the same things. The heart of this game revolves around the creation of a map, which you will fill out with detail as you play. You will take on the role of a budding cartographer, arriving in a new land with a blank map book and a desire to explore. Slowly but surely, the history of this world will emerge, and your cartographer will have a journal full of notes and stories to reflect that. You will be sketching locations on an ever-growing map and exploring those locations through journal prompts. The cycle of play will have you rolling some dice onto a sheet of paper. I have one prepared. I got a big one prepared. Marking some of the features on the map according to where the dice land and on what number. And I'm like, that's sick. Love that idea. Then you'll visit a location on your map, draw a card from the deck, which will present you with a prompt for you to respond with in your journal. Finally, you'll take a few actions to manage your resources, and the cycle will restart. Nothing like a single sheet of pre-prepared paper. Oh, this is not a single sheet, my friend.
Well, it's a massive. It's a notepad.
No, well, it's a notepad.
It's a notepad in which we will use
it's a large collection of single sheets. But yeah, this is the largest single sheet of paper I possess. And
honestly, what you need is those things they set up for kids where they have like a roll of paper.
That's what I want.
Table,
I was just like, do I have time to go and get some butcher's paper? No, I don't.
You just Phew, I
Because-
fell it like a cup.
It says a little bit further down, you will need 18 dice. And I'm like, Jesus, I'm going to need a big piece of paper. Or some very tiny
I'll
dice.
just roll them
Tiny dice.
Just
You may
gently
wish
plop
to
them.
play Cartograph over many sessions or all in one go. Ultimately, this is an exercise in creativity facilitated by some rules and prompts, and as such can become taxing on the mind. If you intend to play all in one sitting, be sure to take breaks here and there and reduce your mental fatigue. No promises on playing all the way through, but we may take it in 2 sessions. But by the end of the game, you will have produced a map of an unknown world, complete with a journal that details those places. This can be a great artifact to use in other roleplay gaming. And I'm like, immediately yes, immediately on board. Hail to the mother flippin' yeah. So what you need, a pencil and an eraser. Got. Hidden them from myself. Got. Paper on which to draw your map.
Got.
Why is it so hard? Oh, that's right, because I'm not looking at the right thing. Got.
There it is.
A place to take your journal notes and record your resources. Got.
By the
standard-
way, Josh's mum personalised for this cricket. Isn't it great?
A deck of playing cards. We are back with the very creepy deck that we had before. Look at that boy.
Oh, you don't want my M&M playing cards?
I couldn't find them.
I actually don't know where those are. I just remember most recently I've been using my inspirational women playing cards.
These are boys. What's that really dark one? And a collection of 6-sided dice. Fortunately, I am a Warhammer player, so I have many, many dice.
Also, we just have a lot of dice.
Well, yeah, so, like, the problem is, it says specifically, ideally, equal amounts of 3 different colours. And I'm like, I have loads of multicolored dice, but there's no sort of overriding theme in them. So, fortunately, these are blue.
And then you
These
got
are
white
white and off-white, is what I did. These are Warhammer dice. This book refers to landmark, biome, and temporary dice regularly. Okay, so landmark, blues, biome, and the off-white will be temporary. Before you begin, you wanted to note which color dice refers to each. Basics. Setup. To begin, first, find a comfortable spot. I'm about as good as I can get. This will be a challenge.
I'm wedged slightly uncomfortably in here to get on camera, but I'll live with it.
Yeah.
I just make him crack my back afterwards.
You start your game with 1 food, 1 ware, and 1 coin. Probably worthy to note that in the journal. To begin with, grab 1 landmark dice and 3 biome dice. Okay, 1 landmark, 3 biome. These dice form your initial dice pool. Set the remaining dice aside. Shuffle
You
the
couldn't
playing
see, but
cards.
he dramatically slid it
Shuff-
away from him on the desk.
And actually, the jar that I'm holding them in is a pirate hat. Because I am nothing if not thematic. Set the remaining dice aside for now. Shuffle the playing cards and set them aside too. Done. Finally, at the start of your journal, start by marking a spot to track your wounds, coins, wares, and reputation, items, and food, and a spot to fill out a few details about your cartographer. So, your cartographer, before starting the cycle of play, will need to know who you're embodying in this as you traverse the unknown. Name for a fun cartographer?
Oh,
If you don't want to be creative, I can be. I would like Reginald. Sir Reginald.
Sir Reginald the Mapmaker.
Duke of Chutney. Reggie. First thing you need when creating is pick a name. Next, you'll want to define their disposition and a value they hold. The disposition will inform a general tone with which you interact with the world, and their value will allow you to see what is important to your cartographer. Consult the cartographer table on page 27 to define your own. I think we'll just define my own.
Oh no, I want to see what's on page
Well, okay,
27.
well, let's go to page 27. Let's type at the top. You can just...
Well, you're close to the keyboard. You type 27. Okay. Oh, so disposition.
1 word,
Impatient, untrusting, excitable, awkward, cynical, jovial, grumpy, unimpressed, focused, curious, amused, defensive, cowardly, impulsive, talkative, audacious, which is a weird bunch of dwarves if you were going to do a reinterpretation.
Cynical. Cynical and audacious. And impulsive. Amused. Sir Reginald Trott. Yes.
I am adding that in.
Sir Reginald Trott.
And value,
Thrill.
wealth, nature, notoriety, knowledge, beauty, love, altruism, safety, thrill, affirmation, challenge, honor, experience, law, attention, generosity.
All right. I think he is jovial. I was going to use the word jovial anyway.
Yeah.
Reginald Trott.
He's your centaurs.
No, quite different. Shut up. Leave me alone.
Well, jovial.
Affirmation?
How many do we pick?
Just one of each.
Oh, right.
So value. Notoriety? Knowledge. Knowledge. Yes. Splendid. Ah.
Realise I have to write the journal entries in this voice now.
Yes, of course.
My esteemed diary. I've discovered the most splendid mountain. I would climb it, but my knees are feeling rather tired after all the walking today. I shall simply admire it from a distance.
I instead inveigled upon my Sherpa, Dusty.
Okay.
Wounds. Resources. Throughout the game, your cartographer will be acquiring and losing a variety of resources. They respond to prompts and take actions during the rest phase. You'll need to keep track of these in your journal as you go. Each resource will be detailed over the next few pages. Reputation. Your reputation is an abstraction of how well known you are becoming in the new land and in what way. If it is a negative value, you are seen as an uninvited guest of the land. If it is a positive number, your presence is welcomed. You may wish to consider your reputation when responding to a prompt.
Imagine being a map maker with a terrible reputation, so you literally get hounded out of places by crowds of people.
I don't know what it looks like. They wouldn't let me in.
It's like, well, I think it's got about 20 houses in it, but I was running for my life and I'm not 100% sure.
Filthy savages wouldn't let me in. Reputation modifies the cost of items. That's being funny. You buy for each reputation you have. For example, if you have -3 items cost 3 more coins to purchase.
Being nice gets you a discount.
Wow.
If only that worked in the real world.
Yes. It's not capitalism we're living in then. Wounds are...
The Lord, I may have in the old school D&D campaign I play and have a mule named Onay. Perhaps Sir Reginald would like to borrow the mule.
Done. This is my trusty steed, Onay. Wounds are short sentence fragments that describe an injury, physical or otherwise, that your cartographer has sustained on their journey. You have 3 wound slots. If your cartographer must take a wound and has no slots to do so, your cartographer perishes and the game is over.
You can die in this game?
Of course you can. You can die in any game.
That is not
Dream
true.
Daddy, you can die in 3 different ways. In a dad dating simulator. King hit. In fairness, you weren't king hit. I thought it was a king hit. You're not. You fall out of a thing after you try to hit somebody. You fall out of a Ferris wheel.
Spoilers.
When you receive a wound, write a sentence fragment stating that where the injury occurred. For example, shattered forearm.
Stubbed toe quite badly.
Yes. Nasty nipped by a badger. Coin is a numerical abstraction.
Thank you, Fajuk Enterprises.
Oh, thanks, Fajuk.
I have 2 pet bunnies.
Fajuk is a regular viewer of the Eldritch Scribe. That's how we know Fajuk.
Yes, I basically gave myself a Daenerys Targaryen kind of intro at one point in my life to spice up my bio, and Mother of Bunnies became part of it because I had pet rabbits.
Yeah. Terrace. Redeemed name and NPC. Oh, here we go. Is it Sir Reginald Trott? Snivel the Kobold.
Oh, I like that.
Okay, I actually have a page in here for these now.
So I was joking because our rabbits have been fighting lately. I think we mentioned that. I was just like, so if our rabbits keep fighting and we have to get rid of one of them, I'm not the Mother of Bunnies anymore. It's the Mother of Bunny. One
Singular.
angry bunny.
One angry rabbit.
Fortunately, they've decided to be friends again.
Well, have been forced to.
You came from the self-promo on the Eldritch Crows Discord.
Splendid. It worked. So we need
yes,
Snivel the Kobold. Snivel the Kobold. Don't sniff the kobold.
Don't sniff the kobold.
Please do not sniff the kobolds. Or feed the llamas.
There's a sign to put in your campaign somewhere. Please do not feed the
Please
kobolds.
do not feed the kobolds. Coin is a numerical abstraction of wealth or currency. Coin is used to take additional actions in rest phase, buy items, and converse with locals. Okay. Wares represent various commodities and goods that you acquire throughout the play. You carry a maximum of 5 wares around at any given time, but some items may give you more space. Wares are tracked by a numerical value. We may not be allowed to have a mule yet. We may have to acquire One. Wares are tracked by a numerical value, and you may wish to instead write that explicitly you are transporting, such as greyberry wine. Wares are used to sell at settlements for coin and primarily serves as a way to make money and converse with locals. Food. Don't run out of food or you die. Food represents a stockpile of nourishment. There is no limit to the amount of food you can carry, so hoard away. Food is primary way of replenishing dice when in the wilderness or traveling to far locations. Items are significant boons to your cartographer. They usually offer powerful bonuses to help you fill out your map quicker, aid in resource management, and keep your cartographer out of harm's way. You cannot carry duplicates of the same item. That makes sense. If you're instructed to acquire a random item, simply draw and discard the top card of the deck and consult the item table on page 29.
You can
I
carry
a mountain
of
of food. Apparently. Oh, is my bun muns? Yes, but they've been given a great home. Good, glad to hear, Terrace. It is rough when you have to part with a pet.
Yeah.
Terrace bred rabbits.
Oh, that's cute. Baby bunnies are adorable.
Mm.
Yeah, I'm just like, how on earth do we choose which rabbit to keep? If they have
It would be Tori.
It would have to be.
It would be Tori.
Yeah.
It would be sad,
We
but it
would
would be
miss
Tori.
Guinea.
We would miss Guinea. I love Guinea.
But
I
you
was
don't have-
surprisingly distraught when she went missing.
Yeah.
I was surprised at how much. I was like, oh, I'm really sad. Because she's not a particularly personable rabbit. She's not a very friendly
She's
bunny.
sassy.
I've become more fond of her as the time has gone on as well.
She's become slightly more friendly as the time has passed.
Well, I've
We
forced
that.
myself upon her. You'll be asked to fill out your map a lot as you play, but specifics on how you do that are not defined. This is intentional. Art style is such a personal thing. It doesn't matter if you're an accomplished artist or a stick figure connoisseur. Your map will be wonderful and wholly yours at the same time. And I am somewhere in between to demonstrate. I will now reveal what some of the other things in my book.
See, so when I was at school, I used to compete to,
This is the very first page.
gosh, that's a hella old drawing now.
It is.
That's pre our relationship, that drawing.
Is it?
Because I'm pretty sure you already had this notebook.
I think I was working on it. I did have this notebook before we started. But yeah, this is easily a 2 decades old picture, I would have thought. So yeah, it does.
I do remember that, though.
Stencil. Yeah, you remember me doing that one. There was one at the back that I found relatively recently. There he is. There he is. That's the one. No, it's not. It's not that one. It is that one, but it's a different version of it.
There's the Mandalorian one.
It's the Mando.
Be nice, it is the way. Be
Be
kind.
kind, it is the way. See if I can find him. Nice. Folded.
We really didn't believe in starting at the beginning.
Well, you want to leave a few spaces. You want it, like, it's the tiger. I did stencil up. Chat.
That was one of your hyperfixations. Hey, the phoenix.
The phoenix. Which is, so it's a negative. So I sprayed it, and then, then I cut it back out. I didn't even find that one the last time I was looking through this.
It's finicky.
Yeah, they are quite.
There it is. Is that it?
No.
Oh, that's the deer.
I'm looking at the dragon. There we are.
There we are.
That boy. That one's. I'm quite proud of that one. Thanks, Faju. Yeah.
I had it on a t-shirt for a while.
You did. There's puffins.
Oh, the puffins. That's right.
The puffins is a 2-parter. These are the beaks separately. Yeah.
We were in Wales.
Yeah. I did it for my granny, I think, as I recall. So yeah, let's find a... Oh, yeah. Jude and Nevermore in a boat.
I'm on a
when we first started, I wanted to do art. I never got much further than this.
Dude's very tall.
Dude is huge, yeah. Well, Nevermore's sitting down. That's the Huan Wu.
Oh, yeah.
That's the turtle. Yeah, alright, here we go. There's a
nice blank page.
nice blank page. Draw a freaking huge map on. Alright. Okay. Alright. Thanks, Terrace and Duke. That's very kind of you. Right. During the exploration phase, you'll be rolling your dice pool onto the map paper. When the dice land, where the dice lands dictates what feature of the map is located. Don't be beholden to this. If you've already established a coastline and a biome dice rolls into the middle of the ocean, you can move it to somewhere more appropriate. You cannot disregard the dice entirely, however.
I mean, you could make an island.
Yeah. Make loads of little islands. That would be fun. It could, however, be an interesting part of your world, too. Why are there pine trees jutting out of a stormy sea? How is there a desert in the middle of the ocean? How could you should draw your map in pencil, so as you may be erasing and redrawing features as you learn more about them. Below are examples of how some of these elements can go if you are stumped, and I will put the second cam away again so that people can see.
It's a basic symbol.
Yeah. The journal. Reputation of your... So, the journal is your logbook on various wonders of your cartographer discovers as you play. Generally, you make a journal entry when responding to a prompt. But if the inspiration takes you, feel free to note more. You may wish to write a paragraph on the rest actions your cartographer takes as they make their way through the bustling thoroughfares, or find an inn for the night, or haggle with a four-armed salesman for that particularly shiny relic.
Sounds like fun.
Yeah. When writing journal entries, it is advised to keep things brief. No more than a paragraph tends to work best. However, the flow of play begins to slow, things become more tedious rather than fun. Otherwise, yeah. If you find journaling aspect tiresome, write less. Even a sentence can be plenty. When responding to prompts, you should consider the reputation of a cartographer, the wounds they have sustained, the places they have been so far, and the people they have met.
The stubbed toe continues to bother me, and with Onay's swollen hoof, I can not rise.
Continued flatulence.
I cannot rise to ease my discomfort. Fortunately, I found a beautiful lake and felt much better.
You may want to consider what mechanical rewards the prompt offers to you, and explain them in response. These things can offer narrative context and are a great jumping point for a prompt response. Each experience serves to weave a greater story around the world and you found yourself in. So if you need inspiration, you need only look at the map you are creating. Whenever you visit a location, you'll be presented with a prompt. These prompts aim to give you a starting point on detailing the location and will end with a question or two. You should aim to answer each question in your journal entry and fill out as much extra detail as you like. And I'm already considering playing a world with the map that we will create.
I was literally just thinking, we play the game with this map, and we have the magical item that we made on Monday.
Yeah.
This is, yeah.
Yeah, love it. Love everything about it.
The fuzzy dice tray, aka Callie, the girl Kitwin, is very interested in your lovely voices right now.
Ah.
Well, she has excellent taste.
There is a picture on our Discord of the fuzzy dice tray in question. It's adorable. And she's very patient. She just lets you just put stuff on her.
Siri does not put up with
how much would not allow.
Which is hilarious because our previous dog would literally let you rest stuff on his back and he didn't care. I have a great picture.
He just liked being close to you.
Yeah, I have a great picture of balancing an iPad on him.
If prompt asked you to mark a location on your map, that simply means sketch the specified location on the map where indicated. If you're instructed to take a permanent wound, this is simply a grievous wound that cannot be removed by any means.
Yeah, that stub toe is going to linger.
So this generally gaining or losing. After the question, most prompts will display a mechanical effect in bold. This is generally a gaining or losing of resources, but some are different. Some offer you a choice between two effects. If you cannot fulfill the conditions of one of the choices, you cannot select that choice. For example, if the choice was lose 1 food and gain 3 biome dice, then you don't have any food to lose, you can't take that option, so just gain 3 biome dice. If a prompt instructs you to mark a location, yada yada yada. If you're instructed to take a permanent wound, do. Some prompts give a specific or detriment to
Give
the
a benefit
next.
or detriment.
Wow, don't know where that one came from. Detriment to the next phase of a particular type. This effect only happens once and occurs at the very next time the indicated phase starts. For example, lose one action in your next rest phase would result in the player only having one action to perform at the end of the turns at that same turn's rest phase. The player would have two actions the following turn as normal. Game end. The game ends in a number of ways, some positively, some not so much. The game will end if your cartographer takes a wound and has no slots to do so, if you draw your third joker of the same color, if you run out of dice. These represent a negative end to your cartographer's expedition. If you manage to name 10 locations on your map, as well as at least one complete coastline, your cartographer retires and has finished their journey. Ah, splendid. A complete coastline is defined by a single unbroken coast stretching from one page edge to another, or by a fully enclosed island. If your complete coastline surrounds an island, it must have at least 5 named locations on it. In other words, your island must be of significant size, otherwise this condition could be filled from a single landmark die being surrounded by coastline. Yep.
Brandon's way ahead on me. Right? Cheat.
You may wish to change the number of locations you need to win depending on how long you want the game to be. Sometimes the game will end if you've only have a half-finished map on your hands. That's okay. You'll always return to the map and finish it at your leisure. Or if you only want to play casually, you can ignore the game-ending conditions and stop when you're satisfied with your creation. Yeah, absolutely. This doesn't actually look like it needs to be a game. You could just use it as a world-building tool.
Yeah, because I think we skipped when we were making the magical 13-sided dice rock. We skipped a step because narratively we thought it would make more sense.
Yeah, we didn't. I think we didn't fall. I don't think we faded 3 times. We only faded twice, or we didn't fall a third time.
Because,
Yeah, that was it. We didn't fall the last time.
Yeah, because we're like, this is the natural end
to
the story.
We didn't lose the final bits. Dice pool, settlements, I'm sure we can figure these people out. Settlements may return...
Okay, location that houses people.
Ruins. You may come across a prompt that asks you to mark a ruin.
Form a settlement.
Yeah. Cycle of play. Exploration phase. Get out your sextant and roll your parchment. It's time to make a map. Don't worry, you don't have to do it all at once. Roll your dice pool directly onto your map. Try to roll them close together.
Can I turn the camera?
Yes, I will.
There we go.
Okay. Shall I aim for the middle?
I think so.
Yep.
Okay. Mark coastlines surrounding all landmark dice. Settlements often find themselves near water. Mark a rough coastline around each landmark die, no more than a few centimeters. You may wish to fully surround the dice, denoting an island. Consult the exploration table and begin sketching your map. If some dice make sense shifted around slightly, do it. The rules are not rigid here. It is more important to make a cohesive map. Return all rolled dice back to your dice pool, and you might want to do this as you draw your map, returning a die once you've drawn its location.
This is not particularly... doesn't show up particularly well on the thing. Don't know if...
I'd turn the lamp back on. I think that's better.
That's better. Cool.
Okay, so we have to consult the exploration table now.
Uh-huh. Where's that?
I'm finding it. Scrolling.
Jokers.
Tables. Here we
go. Cartographer table. Journey table.
Exploration table.
Okay. On a landmark dice, a 1 is a nothing. Cool. That's fine. 2 is a mountain range. Mountain. Range if 2 dice are present. Okay. This is a mountain. Yeah. I'm just going to make a...
Mount Wanahakaluki.
Yep. For the now.
3 is a town. Oh, sorry. No, this is a biome dice, isn't it?
Yeah. Blue. Landmark. Oh, yeah.
Blue is
lake.
Landmark. Yeah. So
3 is a lake.
Yeah.
Okay.
A lake very close to the coastline, but that's fine. That happens. Do you have a pencil with softer lead that might show up better? Okay, and it's not dark enough; they can't really see.
Yeah. I do, but it can't really erase.
Look, we'll just have to be bold, be messy, and make mistakes. We could be really wild and use a Sharpie.
There you go. They can
there
see
you
that.
go.
Yeah.
That's better.
There's the mountain.
Okay, so we have a mountain and a lake and some coastline. And then the blue one is a 5, which is a forest. No,
Okay.
sorry, that's the landmark.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is a settlement.
Settlement. Cool. There is a little town there. Cute.
Decided that the houses look like little.
Just gonna rotate that a little bit so we can see it. Okay. We're trying to avoid making it Josh's crotch cam.
Why?
I don't know.
My fans want all the details, Keren.
Just set up an OnlyFans. Honestly, the trouble is we just wouldn't be able to take it seriously, so it would be a comedy OnlyFans.
Only maps.
The least sexy images possible.
Yeah.
I'm going to bring that in so we can see your cute little town that you're drawing there.
Yeah.
So yeah, look at your little town.
Just in the middle of nowhere currently.
Currently.
Something different. Like a small castle on a hill nearby it. Or possibly a church. Let's have a church.
I don't think it's allowed to be a proper city without a church.
Well, it's only a settlement. It doesn't say size.
This is true.
So there we go. We've got that, and it's got a little clock face in it. So it's a problem. I don't know. It's not a particularly sharp pencil, which is why I was using this one. There we go. The clock face in there.
There is a sharpener like right there.
I know. I sharpened this before. That's the reason I was using that one. Some very stylized houses as well.
Centaurs. Some husband would probably ask why I'm looking at some random dude's lap. Yes, just walking.
Some random dude. Thank you very much.
It's like, why are you looking at someone's crotch?
This is Josh. You've seen his crotch loads of times. I mean, his face. You know his face. Fuck.
Once for a show, I made Josh wear a pair of pink leggings with a sparkly.
You mean once for a show? We did this on our wedding day.
Oh, we did, yes. Well, it was for a show initially.
Initially, yeah.
And then we did it again in our wedding. Instead of having a traditional first dance, we had a first performance together because we are that pretentious. And yeah, you wore the leggings again.
I did.
Scarring my grandmother slightly, but I'd argue that it was worth it. And she's still alive, so clearly it didn't do anything too bad. Did your grandmother say anything, actually? Or did she just let that slide by without comment?
I'm not actually sure she was awake. There we go. Put a little fence around it.
There we go. It's a little town.
Yeah, lovely. Lovely.
Okay.
And we've got a lake.
So that is the map so far.
And nothing around that one.
Cool.
I don't hate it already. Kind of like.
Okay.
Exploration phase.
Okay, this is the exploration phase.
Uh-huh.
Return or roll dice to your dice pool. You might want to do this as you draw your map. Return your dice once you've drawn its location. Okay. Arrival phase.
The arrival.
It's time to choose which location interests your cartographer. It is during this phase that you'll flesh out the details of one of the locations on your map. This is done by chronicling your expedition in your journal. Procedure. Choose any location on your map. If the chosen location is not the closest to your current location, you may lose 1 food to travel there.
Okay.
Draw a dash line from your previous location. Oh, if this is the first arrival phase of the game, skip this step as you have no previous location. Draw a card from the deck and consult the journey table. Write in a short sentence or 2 in the journal answering the prompt and describing the journey to this place. Consult the appropriate location table and respond to the prompts for your drawn card in the journal. Write a sentence or 2 describing the place. Remember to journal from the point of view of your cartographer. Keep in mind what sort of people might be at this place and what sort of landscape surrounds you. Name the location on your map. If you're stuck, there's a handy name generator on page 38 of this book. I think it was Matt who said that he always just had a list of NPC names.
He does now.
Because we gave him
so much shit
about
for David Davidson.
All right. Chat, what location would you like us to start at? We've got
valid.
The
We've got the mountain, the lake, or the settlement. My feel is lake, but I'm up for whatevs. I'm going to draw a little cloud.
Alright, why is it that pets decide to be absolute pains when they really shouldn't? Partner is having a nap and cat has chosen how to be absolutely annoying. Well, the rabbit started fighting during a stream, so I couldn't do anything about it other than try and ignore them.
Call that mountain. Okay, mountain.
Cloud crest.
Cloud crest.
Ooh.
I mean, I just drew some clouds around the top of it, so let's call it Cloud Crest Mountain.
Yay!
Consult the appropriate location table.
So you got to draw a card from the deck.
Very well. Do you want to draw the die?
Ooh. We have the Joker.
Oh, wow, you got a Joker already.
Yeah, first
Okay.
card off the deck. Okay.
No, that's a Jack, my love.
Oh, I do apologize. It is a Jack. It's hard to tell with these.
Yeah.
Um.
It's a dragon.
Okay, journey table. Okay, suits.
You start in a tavern. I don't think we're starting at the top of a mountain. Oh my god, why are they screaming?
Diamonds. Your travels were expedited by something unexpected. What quickened your journey and why? Gain 1 reputation.
Ooh. So it's only in suits. Is that the journey table?
There's a journey table.
Is it...
I think there's a next step.
Right. Okay. Because, like, what about the Jack element?
Yeah,
Okay.
I think that.
Okay, my travels were expedited by something unexpected. What quickened your journey and why?
Oh, that's when they get Onay. They purchase Onay.
Yeah. Okay. Sure. We acquired a donkey. I think we found him chased by a dragon. That would expedite the journey. Yeah. Wolves. Wolves is usually, if you want to speed something up or solve a problem, wolves. If you've got too many wild deer and things like that, and it's causing an imbalance to your this happened in Yellowstone. They released a couple of packs of wolves, and everything fell into balance because it didn't have a good top predator. And I reckon, you can solve a lot of problems like that. For example, you're not getting you working too many hours at your factory, wolves. You need to lose some weight, wolves.
There's a wonderful TV show in Australia called Gruen, which is about advertising.
Yeah.
I need to see if they've still got the last season on ABC iView, actually. But there was one where they were sharing like random ads, and there's this amazing one from New Zealand where they were trying to advertise a website, and this is very early internet days. It was a very old ad, and basically they the whole point of the ad campaign, and one of the people on the panel that night had worked on it, so knew the ad. Said the whole thing was that they wanted people to remember the domain name. So they said, the whole ad was like, we got a marching band to spell out our domain name, and then we unleashed a pack of ravenous wolves. And it's hilarious. I'll try and find it and chuck it in the Discord because it was so funny. But she said it was technically a failure because everyone remembered the domain name, but no one knew what it was for. So they were going to this website, but they had no idea what it was actually for.
Consult the journey table. Write a short sentence or two answering the prompt. Consult
Okay.
the appropriate location table. Okay, to respond to the
I
prompt.
found myself pursued by a pack of ravenous wolves.
Yeah. I heard the howling of wolves and thought they were chasing me. Turns out they were actually hounding a mother donkey and her baby. The mother was wounded and I was unable to save her, but I did manage to whisk the young'un off away from the pack as they descended upon the mortally injured parent.
Okay. I heard the howling of wolves and at first assumed they were in pursuit of my good self.
Unfortunately, it turned out they had indeed found other prey.
As it turned out, we have to keep this short.
Yeah.
As it turned out, they're in pursuit of a mule, which I have now rescued and christened One.
A young mule. Its mother, unfortunately, perished to the wolves. And everyone's like, "Oh, he saved a baby. He saved a baby donkey," which is why
We get a reputation.
+1 rep. He's like, "Oh, he's a nice guy." There you go. Joker table, black joker, town prompts, city prompts, discovery prompts, forest prompts, mountain prompts. Okay.
Sorry, give me a sec to finish right here. Now rescued and christened
Oh
One.
shit. Okay.
Oh, not the pack.
So, fun story, Karen.
Okay.
The location prompt is Jack, a hidden city lies within the depths of this place. How do the people here sustain themselves? What threatens their way of life? Mark a city at this location. So we have the, what was it, Cloud Crest? Cloud Crest Mount. And on here, on its sort of western slope, its eastern slope rather, I have marked a sort of cave entrance. And how well can chat see? Do sort of more crop shot. What if we just put it down there?
I was just going to say, there you go. You can
There we
even
go.
turn it around so they're looking at the right way.
Mount-
There we go.
Mount Cloud Crest.
Which I just drew on my arm. Whoopsie.
How do these people sustain themselves? What threatens their way of life? Mark a city at this location. And need a name for the city, I would suppose.
So it's Cloudcrest Mountain, and hidden within.
Something delve.
Ooh. Cloud Delve.
Cloud delve. Yeah? Yeah? Cloud delve. The city of Cloud delve. The city of Townsville.
Fun fact, I was actually born in Townsville.
Yeah, it's actually a real place.
There was a distinct lack of Powerpuff Girls in the city, I gotta say. Just a lot of bogans and mangoes.
Within.
Though actually, I left when I was 3. I cannot attest to the presence of the bogans and the mangoes. I simply have from the stories about us eating mangoes naked because this is Queensland and it's really hot. And when you're 3, you don't care about public decency.
Within is the city of Cloud delve. There you go. Yeah, yes.
There we go.
Done that. Cool. I want it slightly more away so that up.
Easy, tiger.
There we go.
There you go.
Now people can see my art.
Okay.
So,
how do the people here sustain themselves?
mushroom farms,
Ooh,
I reckon.
cool.
I really like, aquaculture, hydroponics, that sort of thing. But the great thing about mushrooms is they grow on vertical surfaces. So there are vertical farms up the walls of this city. Every house is covered in food. And I reckon the walls of the top peaks, is why they built it at the top of the mountain, why they hollowed out the top of the mountain, is basically the top of the mountain is basically hollow. And every now and again, there's a small hole. You don't need a lot of area to let in a lot of light. Light spreads. So, yeah, there's loads of... It's like a cheese.
That's amazing. Cool. Mushroom farms and hydroponics.
Could you make a note about, like, loads of holes drilled in the...
Drill,
Holes drilled in walls
drill holes
to let in light.
to let in light.
What threatens their way of life?
Ooh, could it still be an active volcano technically?
Yeah, plate tectonics.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The city is threatened
By increasing, tectonic
by
activity.
a return of volcanic activity. I'll put tectonic/volcanic activity.
Yeah.
Honestly, I would love to see a volcano erupt in real life. I think it would be so cool, but also
Terrifying.
terrifying.
Yeah.
And like, I've, watched some documentaries and read some stuff about volcanic eruptions, and you can think you're within a safe distance from the volcano.
I would always say,
and you're not.
if you can see the volcano, you're not safe.
Yeah. Like there was a couple that were in a plane flying over. I think it was Mount St. Helens when it erupted, and because the mountain had been like bulging, so they knew it was going to go. And they were flying over it, and they were just about to leave when it like started to like explode. And yeah, so they basically had to get the heck out of there, and she's just snapping away trying to get pictures. Okay.
Oh, okay. There's a settlement name generator. Ilden Pass. Suffix, prefix. We didn't need it, but yeah, Cloud Delve.
That's quite cool, actually.
It's a really
like
good
that.
one.
That's a good little table.
I'm mildly curious. Could a couple of people roll me a D18 in chat, please? It's an 18-numbered settlement. Actually, it's only 16 because 1 and 2s aren't on it. A D16 in chat, please. Exclamation mark roll space 16.
Oh well.
No D. We don't need the D. 16. We've got a 9, which would constitute an 11 on this one, and a 15. 17 on this one. So the an 11. The Ilden Fast.
Well, we're gonna call the town that now.
Yeah, it's a good name.
And yes, if you can see the volcano can see you. Oh man, if you want some real nightmare fuel, just read anything about the eruption of Krakatoa. Like the noise was literally so loud you could hear it around the world.
Yeah.
And the amount of kind of ash and debris that it pushed into the atmosphere, like they called it the year without a summer because the effect on the atmosphere was so incredible. And that is the not summer that led to the creation of Frankenstein.
Really? Because they were stuck
Mary
inside.
Shelley and her friends were all stuck inside because the weather was so shit in the summer. And so they decided to all write the scariest novel, and she wrote Frankenstein. So the world works in mysterious ways.
The rest phase. After a hard day's travel, your cartographer has some downtime to do what they wish. Kick up your feet, talk to the locals, buy some items or supplies, go out hunting or sell some of your wares. Lose all temporary dice in your dice pool. If you gained any temporary dice from your last prompt, keep those dice.
We didn't.
We didn't. Lose one remaining die from your any one remaining die from your dice pool, which is these currently.
Yeah.
So we have to lose any one. I will lose that one.
Yeah, we'll lose a biome dice.
I'll lose a biome. Yeah.
Multiples.
A one-page RPG for you guys to look at if you might give you a giggle of the Frankenstein note. Yeah.
Please do.
Chuck it over. I've only got about 150 to work through. Bring it.
I haven't actually read Frankenstein. I just
Neither.
realised.
I'm not good on the classics.
I've read a bunch, but not Frankenstein.
Yeah, well, you read a lot faster than I do.
That's true. Really like Jane Eyre, actually.
I want something new.
Yeah, we're mixing
Music.
that.
What do castle exploration?
If you
that's
are
a
at
good
a
one.
settlement, which we are,
Yes.
surprise, roll a die and halve the result to determine the value of wares at this location. Some settlements are more interested in buying your stuff than others.
Oh, it's a good one. 2.5.
2.5.
So 2, probably. I think you should always round up. 3. I reckon the city of Cloud Delve would probably have pretty cool shit. Select 2 different actions from the appropriate action list. Depending on where your cartographer ends up for the night, different sets of actions are available to them. You may lose 1 coin to take a third action.
We
Wow.
only have 1 coin.
I'm not spending our only
hold on
penny.
to that for now.
I'm not spending our only penny. Okay. It's the cartographer, the journey, exploration, item, joker, black joker, town prompts. We're in a city. That's different. Well, actually, we're on a mountain, technically. Lake prompts, open land prompts, settlement names, people, rules reference. What journey do we look at?
Go back.
What table?
What are we doing?
Who are we? What are you doing in my house? Give me back my son! There we go, rest phase actions. I went right past them. Camp, lose 1 food, gain 1 biome die. Converse. Settlement. Aha,
okay.
We're in a settlement. Well, I think technically, actually, we're rest phase. We are technically in a settlement? Yeah.
This is in wilderness, and we're in a settlement, so we need to go back
If you
up.
find yourself anywhere but a settlement,
Yeah, and we are in a settlement actions.
if you
We're
wound
rested.
up at a settlement of some kind, I think, yeah, we found a hidden city, we're in a settlement. Converse, lose 1 coin, gain 1 temporary die. If you are at a town, gain an additional temporary die. We're not at a town, we're in a city. Restock, gain 1 food or ware. Heal, lose 1 coin, remove 1 wound. Sell, Gain coin equal to the settlement's ware value for each ware you sell. You may sell any number of wares. For example, shop. Draw 3 cards from your deck. If you're at a city, draw an additional card. Consult the item. I think we should shop. Consult the item table to see what's available and roll a die for each item to reveal its price. Remember, item prices are modified by your reputation. We do have +1 rep. If you wish for a less random way to determine item prices, simply consider all face cards as 4 coins and all other items as 3 coins.
We only have 1 coin, so we might have to sell wares to make money.
Do we have wares?
We have 1 wares.
Okay.
I don't think we've defined what wares we possess, but we own 1 wares.
If we sold our wares, this would be a good place to do it because we'd get 3 coin for selling our single ware.
Selling our single wares, and we only have 1 coin and 1 food, and I think we have to eat the food.
It doesn't say you do. I think there is a degree of living off restock, gain 1 food or 1 ware, but it doesn't say it costs you to do so. But if we sell our ware, we could pick up a ware and sell 1, and that way pick up 3. Or we could pick up
2.
Yes.
Yeah.
Or we could spend a coin to do a 3rd.
Okay. Well, I think we should sell our wares and then shop.
Yeah. See if we can find something neat.
Yeah.
We don't have to buy anything.
Yeah.
Well, we can just shop. It's like an actual conversation we regularly have.
Hey, I go to shop sometimes just to look at shit.
No, you shouldn't. That's fine. Right. So, sell our wares, gaining 3 coins.
Okay.
And we do have good reps, so we can actually get things for cheaper.
Okay, so that gives us 0 wares.
Yep.
And 4 coins.
4 coins. Cool. So then you draw 3 cards from the deck and go to page 29.
See, this is where it would be handy to have a printout of this.
Yeah. 3 cards from the deck. I will draw the first. A 7. Camping equipment. Gain 1 extra die when camping. Neat. We haven't bought it yet.
Yeah. 4 of hearts.
Assistant. Once per turn, may pay 1 coin to extend coastline or name a location. Oh, I don't know if we've actually gotten to name this city yet. I think we should.
Well, we've already named it, so
yeah, fuck it.
If it comes up, we've already done it.
And the last one is a 3rd heart, the 9 of hearts. A book on local customs. Gain 1 extra die when conversing.
Yeah.
And
how do we determine the value of these?
Oh, go back up. I think it does say. Page 23 we were looking for. I just scroll up now. Yeah. Item prices are modified by your reputation. If you wish for see what's available, then roll a die for each item to reveal its price.
Oh, okay. Cool.
So 1, 2, 3. So the set that would be very cheap. And item prices are modified by your reputation. We have a +2 rep, so that's basically free. I think you can't make anything free though, so I would be happy to drop a coin on camping gear.
How do we have what +2 reputation? I thought we only had +1 reputation.
Oh, did we not start with?
We don't start with
Okay,
any
then we have a
reputation.
+1 rep.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't think you can make it items free, but yeah.
Hey, maybe we meet a nice person and they're like...
Gave us some camping gear. Gain 1 extra die when camping. I reckon that's fucking handy. Let's pick up some camping
I
equipment.
think an assistant is a little premature.
Yeah, also, that would cost quite a bit. That's like all of our money. And more than we actually have, actually.
Oh.
We could buy a book on local customs, but I don't think there's any mileage
I think
in
camping gear is best, and then we only lose 1 coin.
Yeah.
So we have 3 coins, but we gain camping gear.
Alright. Pretty good. Rest phase. And then after the rest phase, jokers, no, tables, that's it. So presumably then you begin again.
Start all over again.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Like it. This time we only have 2 dice. Cycle of play. We want that. Right, procedure. So roll your dice, pull directly onto your map. Ooh, that was better. 4, 2, and 6.
Mark coastlines.
Surrounding all landmark.
Dice.
Settlements often find themselves near water. Mark a rough coastline around each landmarked eye.
I think we screwed this up last time.
We didn't do that. Sort of that. And I think that, like that.
Cool.
Consult. What about these then?
Those are biome dice.
Yes.
So we shouldn't have put coastlines there.
But they're just going to be floating around in nothing.
Well, the idea is that you add one later, I suppose.
Yeah, I suppose.
We're just going to ignore that and move on like we didn't
fine.
screw up. Okay. Okay. Consult the exploration table.
Scroll. I think we just need printouts of the tables, really.
Yes. If you have printouts of the tables, then you can. Okay.
6.
So.
Discovery. Ooh, that's a discovery.
Same as closest biome or choose.
That's biome dice.
The blue is landmark.
Yes. Landmark dice is discovery.
Yes. That's a discovery.
Don't know what a discovery is. But the 2 and the 4. 2 is on a landmark on a biome dice is another
nothing?
mountain. No, it's a mountain. Biome.
Oh, do apologize. Another mountain.
Sticking out of the ocean.
Hey, Krakatoa. Oh, and if 2 dice present, it was right next to another dice. So you could have a mountain range if you wanted. Or we can do the 4 separately as a open land.
Let's have a range.
Yay, mountain range! Jutting out into the sea.
Yeah.
You are, yes, technically it is an island as well. It is both mountain and island and volcano.
Yeah. I think it sort of has to do that.
If we're getting Tolkien with it, this becomes the Lonely Mountain.
Yeah, very much so.
And now I have that song in my head.
And then there's what's a discovery?
Okay.
How does?
How does do is discovery. I believe there was a discovery table. And also,
find out.
hello, Absalom Dak.
Hey, buddy.
Welcome. We're making a map through
Discovery prompts.
gameplay.
Ah, ha, ha, ha.
There we go. Okay.
This is the discovery. There.
Okay. So do we roll another? Oh, we
No,
draw
we
a
draw a
card.
card.
We draw a card. Awesome. We're gonna draw a card to see what we have found.
And is there not a yes journey? Right. So first of all,
This is the journey card.
yeah. Well, this is for both because
Oh.
it will determine both the.
King of Hearts.
We're just getting all the freaking hearts.
Yo, I swear there are other. Yeah.
The first jack was a diamond. So this is a heart. The journey has an unforeseen benefit. What helped you whilst you were traveling? Gain 1 food or where? Where's?
Do you want to wear? Or...
I reckon a where.
Yeah.
Fell off the back of a cart. As we're leaving Cloud Delve, there's a cart behind us. CC3. I don't know what CC3 is, Epsilon Dak. We are playing Cartograph, which is a map-making game by the Ravens Ridge Emporium, and Brandon Lee. And Brandon Lee sent it to me, and he was like, hey, do you want to play it? And I was like, fuck yeah, I do. Hit me up. So we are. It's pretty neat. It is a journaling game where so you're not just map-making, you're also building the world as you do it. It's sort of all in one, with the intention that you can use it very much as a a way of playing the game, of building a world in which to play a game, rather. Your travels are expedited by something. No, sorry, that was it. Yeah, journey is unforeseen benefit. Yeah, walking behind a cart and yeah, something I reckon.
Upon leaving the city of Clouddale, I found myself in possession of unexpected wares after a trader's cart made an unexpected deposit.
Hit a divot in the road and a bolt of silk from the silkworms that infest the fungus on the walls. Campaign Cartographer. It gives you symbols that you use to do a fair amount of drawing as well. But you have the tools. But you have all the tools to do so. Cool. Yeah. Right. So that's that, and we've got a discovery table now. Discovery prompts: the king, a relic or mythological item, sits in the open, secretly guarded by a protector. What myth is associated with the item? Gain 1 rep and 2 wares.
So we now have 3 wares and 3 reputation.
What myth is associated with this item? My brain jumps to Sword in the Stone, but I don't want to. Ooh, how about the skull of a giant creature?
Ooh, I like that. A giant skull.
A hugeman skull. No. Fair, Terrace. You go get yourself some fluid, maybe drinkable stuff. Like the great mythosaur. The sling of oh wow, the sling of Cuchulainn. I want to use something that hasn't already. Like, you know me, I like to make up new shit. Good, like the sword in the lake, the scimitar of the lake. You know,
the machete, the machete of the puddle.
Machete of the puddle. Strange women handing out machetes.
In puddles, there's no system for a base of government. I suppose it depends on who picks up the machete.
Like, I reckon this is where you could get the wares from. I reckon bone fragments from something really like an ancient, huge beast. Like a Tarrasque, but not a Tarrasque.
What is a Tarrasque?
Crusty brand imitation Tarrasque. Giant creature. And Google Tarrasque. Mike Mones is giving away a Tarrasque model. It's the size of his cat. That one. Tomorrow, I think.
Find
Tarrasque.
relic.
Tarrasque. That boy.
Oh, okay.
And they're enormous. They are like the size of a small mountain.
So, partial skeleton of a Tarrasque.
Not a Tarrasco. I want something different, but
giant
like
lizard.
that vibe, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think partial skeleton.
City-sized rhino skull, equipped with horn, buried up to the eye sockets. Yep. That. And now I have to draw that.
Giant rhino skull. That's cool. Makes me think of the end of the Eternals, where the creature is kind of frozen halfway out of the ocean.
Yeah, very similar vibes. That's that.
That was not a great movie.
It was not. It's a real shame. It was a cool idea.
Oh man, my biggest disappointment in movies is when they've had a really good idea or a really good cast, and they just have wasted it. That is cool. I'm gonna zoom in a little so people can see that. There it is. There's that giant rhino.
Do we name it?
I don't know. Rhino face? Sorry, I couldn't
It was Terrace's idea.
Terrace, what would you name the rhino?
Said I was thinking Triceratops, yeah.
Also, it is...
The Triherotops.
it is guarded by a protector.
the spirit of the animal, secretly guarded by a protector. And you're there harvesting, like, bone fragment off this, which is the wares that you gathered, and loading up your baby donkey.
Maybe there's like a snake that lives inside the skull.
Ooh.
And it's
Like a big one.
yeah, it's an abnormally large snake, and it's possessed. That's the word I was looking for.
Yeah.
Possessed by the spirit of the giant rhino, and it will come out and like try to fucking bite you.
Yeah. Basilisk, but less aggro. Purely defensive.
The urge to spell it S-N-E-K.
Snack. All right.
Our spirit lives in the skull. In the skull can get bitey.
Huge orangutan called Bong. I'm totally stealing that idea for my version of the Feywild. It's a Jurassic-sized rhino that is a herbivore and needs to be moved because it keeps munching on local town's crops, and the town is on the brink of starvation. Oh,
amazing.
Yeah, love that.
All right. Yes, I do like lives in the skull, can get bitey. The Reginald running away. It's like, come on, run!
Chop, chop, Nate. No, not like that. Procedure. Arrival phase. That's it? That's the thing?
Okay.
No, it's a cohesive map, yada, yada, yada. Do this and draw the map, returning the dice. So you've drawn its location.
Okay, we have done all of that.
Right.
Choose any location on your map. If the chosen...
That's right, we name it when we get there.
Yeah. You must lose 1 food to travel there if it's not the closest location.
Well, the closest location is another mountain.
Is the mountain.
The mountain range.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we go to the other mountain range.
So you draw a dashed line from the previous location to this one.
So we have to go down the mountain.
Looks like we're making a treasure map now. Turn left at the giant rhino.
So my Josh the Pirate that I perform, like, I have variations on my persona, my character. And the Josh the Pirate that I perform with children, his number one favorite thing is treasure maps. I have had no fewer than 3 children give me treasure maps that they have drawn.
That's adorable.
And every time I get to go, that's literally my favorite thing. It's a map, it's a map, it's a map!
The tops come off the mount!
Probably fine.
Okay, draw a card from the deck and consult the journey table.
Top card is a 9 of diamonds. Journey table. Okay, journey table. Was this... Did we not just do this? Oh no, it's a different thing. Yeah, we did do this.
Oh,
we did this bit.
Okay.
So we've already done that. So I will keep that for next time.
What does the 9... Does the 9 denote anything?
Diamonds...
No,
not yet.
Resituated with my ration of milk from Bossy the Jersey cow.
Right, a short sentence or two, we did that. Consult the appropriate location table and respond to the prompt of your drawn card. Right, so this is the location we find. We are still in mountains, and it's a 9. 9. Mountain prompt.
9.
Known and well-traveled. Did we... It's a discovery, but we didn't go there. Do we get the thing if we didn't go there?
I think that was separate.
It's mythological and ancient.
We can make locations that we haven't been to.
Yeah.
Which is what we did.
Yeah, that's what we did, but do we get the shit for going there? Do we get the wares and the...
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. The rep. We noticed it, even if we didn't go there. Fuck them. Mountain prompts. 9. Known and well-traveled. Path or road makes for an easy traversal. What fellow travelers do you meet? Gain 1 where?
Hey!
Sweet. What fellow travelers do we meet? A group of local people will have no trouble here. From the plains, I would say, like farmers, who have heard of my kindness for mules. Oh no, we can actually have Bossy the Jersey cow involved here, actually, I think. Yes. I show them a trick for milking, like one that I learned long ago from a stable hand I had as a boy, who insisted I learn some of the like my mother insisted I learn some of the ways of the coarser people, the coarser folk, and we had a particularly gifted milkmaid. I was to, as in my adolescence, learn quite how gifted she was. But in this instance, she showed me a particular knack with the milking of cows, and the local folk, as I was passing by, were having a particularly difficult time with Bossy, the Jersey cow. And I showed them a particular trick, and it just, I won her right over, and they gifted me a ration of milk from her in exchange. Particularly fine milk, which is why it's a ware. Bossy is actually an actual Jersey cow, but you can incorporate her. Well, I just did. Sorry, Terrace.
She's now immortalized.
Immortalized in narrative form. All right. I don't think this is the appropriate music for going through mountains. In fact, I have the high pass mountain sound effect. Let's do that. There we go. Don't know if it can be heard. It's a little bit blustery sound effects. All right. So the next bit, the next one. Scrolly. Scroll. Wonderful scroll. Rest phase. No, not yet. Name the location on your map.
Okay, so we have to name the mountain range.
Consult the location. Remember the journal of view from the point of view of your cartographer. Keep in mind what sort of people might be in this place and what sort of landscape surrounds you. Well, yeah. When we get to the place, name the location. This mountain range. Need a name for. She had a calf recently.
So milk off the excess to keep her comfortable.
That's nice. Yeah, name the mountain range. Cloudcrest Mount was good, but I like a single mount there. I'm going to do a little bit more. I reckon these ones are snowy. Some snowy. But there is a river coming, sort of snaking its way out to the plains there.
They are on the coast. Yes, Terrace, they are there. Coastal mountains.
Yeah. What should we call them then? Mountains by the sea.
The Salt Ranges?
The Salt Ranges. Yeah? The Salt, yeah. The Salt Ranges. Cool. Salt makes me think of tears. By the sea, yes. Rest phase.
I'll have to. Do you have to write the?
No, just name the location.
Okay, cool.
I will definitely be going to the Rhino Skull next.
Okay.
So,
rest phase.
Lose all temporary dice. We have not got any. Lose any one remaining die from your dice pool. Definitely don't want to lose the main thing. So let's do
We're
that.
losing more dice than we're gaining.
Well, this is the thing. So at rest phases, then you do. If you're in a settlement, roll a die and halve the result to determine the value of the wares. We're not doing that. Select 2 different actions from the appropriate action list, which is the smaller of the 3. So of the 2. So you can have converse, lose 1 ware or coin and gain a temporary die.
Okay.
Camp, lose 1 food, gain 1 biome die. So this is where you can pick up more dice. Hunt, roll a die and gain that much food. Lose 1 die of your choice. We also have camping gear, which means we gain a die every time we camp.
Oh, great. So we gain a die.
So we gain a die. That's just done. Oh, we could gain a one of those die. A weird die. Then, lose 1 food, gain 1 bio die if we want to camp. We have to do that. So we're losing a food.
But we gain a biome die.
And I think then we would hunt to lose a die, but gain more food. So we gain a biome die, which I will roll. We gain 4 food, and then I discard that dice.
And we lose 1 food, so we still have 4 food.
Yeah, and we're back up to 3 dice because we camped.
Cool.
Cool. Awesome. Begin again. Can't do anything else. You may lose 1 coin to take a third action. Do you want to lose another coin to gain a temporary dice? No. I don't really want to. No. No need.
Not necessary at this stage.
Yeah, I mean, we've still got 3 dice, and we're still making great things. All right. Procedure. Roll your dice directly onto your map.
Haha!
I'm going to roll a little bit more vigorously this time.
Ooh.
Okay. Have to draw a coastline around that. And that is going to be something interesting. 1s aren't anything.
Okay, so that is nothing.
Nothing. Throw it away. Biome dice. A 5 is a forest.
Ooh. Josh get artistic again. Ooh.
Calm down. Drunk.
So artistic that it fell over.
I'm going to go an evergreen pine forest.
And we
Not
rolled
very
another
artistic.
6, so there's going to be another discovery.
Sweet.
This reminds me of when we were making handmade Christmas decorations, and I was using a little soldering pen to burn pine trees.
Oh, yeah, you were.
The wood. There we go. 1 forest.
1 forest. It's a shame because that isn't either. It's a 1. It was a 1. It was about here because that's not a biome die.
Oh shit! It's the other kind. Yeah.
Which is
Scrolling.
temporary dice, biome dice, landmark dice. Oh, it's that's a temporary dice.
Oh, they can be either biome or landmark dice.
Well, no, because that was a biome then. We would have selected a biome. It wasn't a temporary.
Okay, so it is a biome.
Yeah. Temporary dice can
One
be either.
more biome, please.
Well, it was a 1, so we don't draw anything.
Oh, okay, it is nothing.
Yeah.
It's nothing.
It was nothing after all. We were treating it properly. But there is a discovery there. So, I think... Yeah, draw me a discovery. But we don't do the suit, we just do the number. So, a 7.
And it is a 7 of spades, so you have to
Started
draw
drawing
other
other things. Town proms, discovery prompts. The 7. A vast underground system of caverns, caves, and tunnels. What geological mark makes these caves unique? Gain 3 biome dice and a permanent wound.
Oh, shit.
Shit. This escalated quickly. Alright. Oh, hell yeah. It's in cliffs. Lots of underground places in here.
Excellent. So. Vast underground system of caves, caverns, and tunnels. What geological mark makes this cave unique? What might they have been created by? I feel like he fell into one of the caves from a...
So here's the thing. I don't think you should get the benefit of going there until you actually go there. I wonder if it says up above. Mark coastlines that are surrounding all landmark diets. Settlements often find themselves. Location, settlements, temporary dice-diceable definitions.
I think you get it either way.
Yeah, okay. Well, we'd have a permanent wound then.
That's fine.
Yeah.
This is where he stubs his toe. Permanently damaging the toenail.
Yeah, valid. Yeah, bone spurs. And 3 biome dice, though. Heck yeah. We're up to 5 biome dice. That's a temporary.
Cool. How many wounds did you get?
Just 1. You had 3.
How many can you have?
We got 3.
It's a total of 3?
We have 3, and we've taken 1.
Oh, okay.
So we have 2 left.
Cool.
Lava tubes. Ooh, yeah.
Ooh.
But we don't name it. A vast underground system of caverns, caves, and tunnels. What geological mark makes these caves unique? Yeah, lava tubes, definitely. I'm going to call these the lava tubes of misfortune.
What might they have been created by? Well, lava and then seawater.
We figured that out. Yeah, and then seawater. And there's, loads of caves in these cliff faces. It's not very good. Not my best art, but there we go.
We'll forgive you.
All right. Next. Yeah, I think if I was to play this again, I would print off the
tables.
The tables, yeah. Arrival phase. So where are we going? I want to go to the skull.
Yeah.
The skull.
And we don't have to sacrifice any food because that is technically
the closest.
Yeah. Draw a card from the deck and consult the journey table. Write a short sentence or 2 in journal answering the prompt and describing the journey to this place.
Boom.
6 of clubs? Yes.
It's not spades, so it must be clubs, yeah.
I always mentally confuse clubs and spades.
Yeah.
I have no idea why.
Because neither are particularly sensible. All right, clubs. The journey was perilous, and you were put in harm's way. What dangers did you face? Gain 1 wound.
Well, did
we
we
had
meet,
2 wounds.
Did we meet the skull? Did we meet the snake?
Yeah, we
the
definitely
skull?
met the snake. We definitely met the snake, and yeah. And we are now in a discovery. See, this is the trick. We're at the discovery now. I think you only get the thing when you go to the thing. Because we've gone there, and now we get number 6. a hazardous labyrinthine structure. What force causes folks to get lost here? Who controls this domain? I think it's this. And we get it now.
You only get the benefit when you... Hey, Ethan's up! Like, coming in right in time. You only get the benefit when you choose to go to the location.
Right. It's step 3 in the arrival phase when you draw the prompt. Usually when I roll a discovery, I chuck a little question mark. Ah, okay, right.
Oh!
I'm not going to change anything of what we've got because I really like what we've got, but noted for future. Yeah, that was confusing. So
that makes more sense.
We get the reputation and the wares because we drew that already, but we do get hurt by the snake.
Okay. So
however, we don't have a permanent wound from the lava tubes, nor do we have those 3 biome dice.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
Arrived in the nick of time. We were confusing ourselves.
Insanoid. One could assume that Insanoid is the author, or at least the person who asked me to review it. Currently, we're having a splendid time with it. So really, really love your work. Great job thus far. If you are the original author, pats on the back to you, good sir, or ma'am. I believe it's
Brandon's
Brandon.
I can't wait to get my paws on this.
Yeah.
Oh, is it available anywhere?
The Raven's Ridge Emporium, one assumes. I am the designer, thank you so much. It's an absolute pleasure. I am deeply, deeply flattered to have been asked. Because, yeah, this is just something I like to do. But really cool. So yeah, I get to chat with the actual person who made the freaking cool game. Yeah, we're having a ball with it. We're having a really lovely time. I'm so glad I have my scribe with me. Yeah, the snake. We are playing Reginald Trott. Sir Reginald Trott. Hello. Yes, Reginald Trott. Reggie, to my friends, obviously. Yes, I've started off within the city of Cloud Delve. It's a bit of a surprise. We're not expecting it. There you go. ravensridgeemporium.com /pages/role-playing games. Dope. Awesome. Yeah, started off in Cloud Delve in the Cloud Crest Mount. Turns out, small city in there. Who knew? Not very many people. I got very, very well received there. And then I made my way across the plains, which I did not name because it was already inhabited. But I didn't bother to write down what it was called. But then I got to the Salt Ranges, and on the way I fixed a local milking problem of a lovely dairy cow named Bossy. The Salt Ranges, lovely place to camp out. Did a bit of hunting, did a spot of camping out there. And then made my way down to this place. The name, we need to name this giant rhino skull. Absolutely huge. Yes. So what should we call the giant skull?
The giant
She writes movies. She's normally a lot more creative than this.
The rhinoceros. The preposterosaurus.
Crackadan's Rest.
I'm loving the map so far. This is great. Thank you.
As somebody who does all of their world building in their head, I do kind of like it. Crackadan meaning rhino in Arabic. Okay, Crackadan.
Unsolved.
Done.
Crackadan's Rest.
Crackadan.
And I've written a journal entry for it. I discovered the most incredible skull of immense proportions today. It appears to be that of a giant rhino. Regrettably, an equally giant snake appears to have made the skull its place of abode, and I got quite a nasty nip before making my retreat.
I should draw that snake coming out of its skull.
This makes so much more sense. So you mark that there's the discovery there, and then if you go there, you find out what it is.
And some of them are good and some of them are bad.
Yeah. That makes sense, because then you wouldn't go to a place if you knew it was going to, be bad.
Yeah. Went to the rhino skull knowing that it was a pretty dope place to be. Yeah. There's a snake sticking out of its eye.
I'm going to zoom in on that. That's great. There.
Yeah.
Rhino with kids.
Crocodile's Rest. Love it. All right. And we are not in the we are camping. We're not at the settlement.
Yeah, we're in the rest phase.
So procedure.
Lose all our temporary dice.
Oh, not yet. Oh. Let's just make sure we've done all the things in this. Location table.
And we've named
Yep.
the location.
Name the location. Cool. Resting. Lose all temporary. Lose any one remaining die in your dice pool. Running short on dice. But we do have a fuck ton of other stuff. So I reckon we take one of each in this rest phase. We gain a temporary and a biome.
Yeah.
Losing one wear and one food.
Yeah, cool.
Temporary biome.
We lose one wares and one food.
I have now purchased the pretty shiny game and will be using it in the next week or so to make a map of the continent my players are going to next month.
Awesome.
Dope. Hey, Tony! Waves frantically. Good to see you, mate.
I was for some reason my brain just jumped back to one of AJ's YouTube videos where she was like soaking, I think it was wine. She was soaking like
Yeah, it's one of her early ones.
and
Yeah.
throwing it off the balcony.
Neat idea. Like, not...
Bit messy. This is
Yeah.
neater.
Yeah. There's an order to it. I think AJ would fucking love this. Insanoid. She is not live right now, but yes, on the Insta, on the Twitch space, Winter's Tales. AJ would freaking love this. And AJ is a world builder. This is very much up her street. Very flattered, and I'm very happy to be promoting it for you. We will put this video up on the U of Tubes. But yeah, if you're wanting somebody else to have another look at it, AJ, give it to AJ. This is a very AJ vibe. Another person who does solid world building and does world building streams is Des of the Eldritch Scribe. Again, not live right meow, but yes, if you want a couple of other people to reach out to, the Eldritch Scribe and Winter's Tales. Both solid streamers, both excellent DMs and world builders, and actually do more world building than me live. I do fuck tons. I just do it in my head.
Do it on stream.
I normally do it at night when I'm walking around the park with my dog and a beer.
Dog cam.
Dog cam. Papa dog.
She's curled up in a little ball.
When we're both here, she normally does that
Yeah.
as well. It's cute.
She's just snoozing.
Just snoozing. That's it. Back to the top of the order.
Hey,
Right.
okay.
Exploration phase.
Let's do this round properly.
Now we know, and knowing is half the battle.
Alright, roll your dice.
Ooh. That's an island. It's an island right there. Right there, right there. Okay. Scroll. It's the only problem with PDFs. All the scrolls. There we go. All right. So landmark dice. We got I got a 3. Is a lake. Actually, there's a river. Because
No.
there's 2 present.
Oh, right. Cool.
So we draw a river from there to there, bisecting this landmass. Interestingly. From the lava tubes of misfortune all the way down.
Oh, if you make a digital painting, Terrace, you have to share it. I want to see it. Just saying. Cool. So we have our river.
To the river. To the wall. And there is more bits coming down out of the mountain range. Like that. Cool. I will take a proper good picture of this and put it on our exclamation mark Discord as well.
And then we have.
I love AJ. My wife and I made dice for the Chronicles of Elwyn. Who was the other world builder? Didn't catch the name. The Eldritch Scribe. Des of the Eldritch Scribe. At the. That's the law, right? How does?
Just type it in.
Yeah.
Well, don't overcomplicate this.
Scribe. Eldritch Scribe? That's the one. Eldritch Scribe. That one. That should take you there. And our Discord. There we go. Meh.
And we have, this one is going to be a town. So the town on an island, presumably.
Yeah, maybe.
Or
I mean, I could
promontory.
continue that way down. We have to draw. I want an island, I think.
Yeah. I think I'm making an island. Town on an island.
Not necessarily. It's a town, is it?
Yeah, number 3 is a town.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Town. Okay. Obviously, it's a harbour town. So we have little jetty there. Maybe a boat.
This is actually quite a good activity to do together because you're the drawer and I'm the writer.
Yeah.
If I was not insanely overcommitted to do things, I would type up the journal entries.
Oh, yeah, no.
So there's this thing I want to buy. I can't remember what it was called, but it's basically a digital notepad and you can write on it like with the pen and then it'll turn it into text. And I want one because I can handwrite so much faster than I can type. And also I find it less annoying than typing stuff up.
Put a lot of effort into the boat next to the town.
Priorities, Josh. Priorities.
Yeah. A coastal town would... I love the idea of coastal towns either being quite spread out or being in cliff faces.
I was just thinking like Australia's basically 90% coastal centre settlements. Well, yeah, we've got stuff inland, just not a lot.
Alice Springs is inland.
Yeah, like it's not that we don't have inland stuff, but most of our stuff is on the coast.
Yeah. Well, it's because the centre is a
big
fucking
old desert.
Imaginatively named the Central Desert. There we go. That'll do you for them now.
We have great names in Australia. Western Australia, South Australia.
Northern Territory, that's a bit different, a bit out there. Okay, and then that boy up there, number 6. Same as the closest biome or choose. Well, the closest one is another mountain, which does sort of make sense. I'm gonna have a little volcano up there.
I remember when I was in New Zealand, when I was going to New Zealand, this is a few years ago now, and I was just like, I just want to be on a volcano, that's my goal, because I was only there for like 4 days, I think. I was just like, I want to get in a volcano. And the first New Zealander I said that to were like, just go climb a hill, you'll be on a volcano. And I'm like, oh, cool. And then I got to New Zealand, opened up Google Maps, typed in volcano, and yes, they're everywhere. There are volcanoes everywhere.
It's literally an island chain that is made of volcanoes.
It's actually a volcano.
Yeah.
Like, I went and climbed like a more significant one. I have a picture of me, standing in what would be the caldera, but it's been like... But yeah, they're everywhere. Just most of them aren't doing much, which is a relief. I do not want to be in a volcano. Most of them aren't doing much. They're dormant. But they do have some active ones. I'm trying to remember which one went off relatively recently.
That's my volcano.
Yeah.
I'm a little coastal village settlement. Yeah, that's the map so far. It's not gross and sickening. Yeah. Got a pretty clear idea of coastline as well. Like, this bit obviously sort of needs to be filled in, but we're going to wait and do it properly.
Yes. We'll get there.
Okay.
Noises.
Noises, sounds, emotions, and feelings. Alright. That's our dice. No dice. We only got those left. Did we sacrificed one already? We will eventually sacrifice one, so might as well do it now. There's the... Aha! Oh! Now, we picked up a temp.
Yes.
And we made it a river.
Yeah, we put the two together and made a river.
Yeah. So the temp gets discarded.
Okay, so we've rolled our dice. We've sketched the map.
Yeah. Now we decide where to go.
Okay, rival phase. Where do we want?
We are at Krakadon's Rest. I reckon we want to go to Ildenfast.
Mm-hmm. That's not the...
It's not the closest, but I'm happy to burn some food to go there.
Yep, to get through the forest and get to the town.
I'm actually going to suggest we get it on a canoe. Because it doesn't say necessarily that there's water here. It might go whoop, and no, let's do it properly, and we'll go around. We'll go coastal.
Yes, Tony. Basically, it is a map building / journaling RPG. So at the beginning of each round, you roll a number of dice that's determined by what's kind of happened in the lead up to that round, and and you need different colors. and they either are like a biome, so like a naturally occurring thing, or a landmark, which for us is the blue dice, is the landmarks. So obviously a town is a landmark. Whereas like a forest is biome.
I wanted to go to Ildenfast because we've got a butt ton of wares, so we could sell them and then buy more useful shit.
Yeah.
And also maybe heal up that wound. Because we've got an injury, but not a permanent one.
Yes, we can be healed.
We did stub our toe.
No, we got bit by the snake. We were going to stub our toe, and then we realised we'd done it wrong, so you got nipped by the snake.
That's right.
Okay. Draw a card from the deck and consult the journey table. Okay. Five
of clubs. And are not my my cards super pretty? Oh boy.
Okay.
It's like quite
Clubs. The journey was perilous and you were put in harm's way.
Oh.
What dangers did you face? Gain 1 wound.
Another wound. Yeah, I'm really glad we go to Ildenfast then. What dangers did we face?
Well, we
went through a forest. More wolves.
Well, we went around the coast by the forest.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Okay, I'm going to draw a kraken. Here there be monsters.
Is this how we got injured? We got started.
Yeah, that was my idea.
We got started by the kraken and stubbed our toe. I'm determined that he stubs his toe.
Yeah.
We had a joke about it earlier, and I'm making it into the
pit. He's running away.
Saw a kraken out to sea. So startled that he stubbed his toe. So he's got a snake bite and a stubbed toe. So 2 wounds as we head into the settlement. So we do need some healing.
There goes a little kraken. Tentacles out.
Okay.
So
consult the appropriate location table and respond to a prompt for the drawn card in your journal.
we're in a settlement and it's a 5. So we need it's a town technically.
Settlement.
That's town.
Town.
Number 5.
Number 5.
Town stricken by some foul illness.
Ooh.
What is causing the sickness? How do you remain safe? See, given that it's coastal, I'm going to add a little bit more. I reckon it's a trading port, and they're having a difficulty because the kraken is getting in the way of trade, and they can't fish.
Sickness, Josh, not trading.
Famine?
Does famine count as a foul?
All right, how about this instead? The kraken's ink is making all the fish toxic, but no one knows that. So people are getting sick from eating kraken ink fish.
Okay.
Just a casual kraken. I'm a pirate, man. Krakens are every day. It's on my logo, for goodness sake. And so I'm actually going to sketch like little puddles of kraken ink around Ildenfast. Sort of washed up on the shoreline. And we gain 1 rep because I point out that it's probably the kraken that I encountered when I limp into town with a stubbed toe going, oh dear, oh no, this is blast, damn it, oh, goodness me. This is lovely.
Just casually making a kraken inked base plague. Drop the snake on the kraken and see who wins.
Got peaceful morning. There we go. We're now in a town, so let's have some town music.
The Kraken ink has contaminated the food of the town of Ildenfast. I am proud to say that I was the one to realize the cause of such widespread sickness among the townsfolk. They were appropriately grateful.
Love it. Okay.
Scrolling.
The rest. Do we do anything else?
And,
We've named the town already.
Okay.
Keep in mind. Yep. Rest phase. So we discard a dice. There's only one remaining die. If you are at a settlement, roll a die and halve the result to determine the value of its stuff. 2. So 1. You know, this could be a Humblewood campaign.
The mystery of the Kraken ink poisoning.
This could certainly be a good one-shot. Select 2 different actions of the appropriate action list. Depending on where your cartographer spends the night,
Cool. So we need the second
and then
one.
1 coin to take a third action, which I might do. Because we want to heal, definitely. Lose a coin.
We have 2 wounds and 3 coins.
Well, but it's 1 and 1. Do we want to spend both actions to remove both wounds? And then another coin to do another action.
Then we're out of coins.
Yeah. But we can sell our wares and pick up a bunch more coins.
Well, 1 coin
per ware.
Yeah. So we can get up to 3 coins for our 3 wares.
Yeah, it's not great, is it? It's because it's riddled with plague. The poor guys have got no money. They're just everyone's starving.
I think heal 1 wound.
Heal 1 wound, definitely. Ooh, how about sleep? Gain a biome die. Lose 1 food to gain an additional biome die. Converse, lose 1 coin, gain 1 temporary die. If you're at a town, gain an additional temporary die. So we could roll 2 dice next time.
Okay.
I reckon the biome die. I reckon sleep.
Yep.
How much food have we got?
2.
2, yeah?
2 food.
2 food, so lose a coin and lose a food to lose the wound and regain a biome die. And gain 2 biome dies.
Cool. So we have 1 wound, 2 coin, 1 food, 3 wares. And a +4 reputation.
Nice. We could shop and buy shit super cheap because we've got a +4 rep.
We only have 1 coin. 2 coins.
Let's not. Gain 1 food or ware. We could restock is the other thing, but I don't think there's any need. I think we're good right now. Really what we need to do is acquire more shit so we can do one thing or the other. We just got a bit unlucky with our wounds. Though, yeah, that's that. Cool. Top of the order to you. Do we want to go up or down? Let's go down. Ooh. A 5 there.
Interesting. So something we've already passed.
And then there's a pair of 2s, which is mountains, as I recall. Mountains, range of 2 if present. Oh, okay.
So we've got another mountain range going on there.
Big one. This is lumpier mountains this time around. The lumpy mountains. And a 5. A settlement. No, that's a landmark. That's forest.
Oh, that one's a forest, sorry. And
that's a settlement.
But I think we need to slide it inland a bit so we didn't walk through it on the way to the other settlement.
Yeah, that's a good idea. And actually fucking handy because I want to go there, then there. If we've healed 1 wound, we could heal another wound there.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's 5, so that's a forest. I'm going to put this in the forest. I have a little settlement in a forest.
Focus back up a little bit.
Because there was a pretty good picture of a forest, and I'm going to copy it because it's actually I'm not very good at that. There we are. That's what we want. So in the center of it, we are going to put a little settlement. It's a woodcutter settlement in there. In the middle. Doesn't need to be a big one. In the clearing. Yeah, it's just loads of little... It's more fluffy around the edges.
Like a fluffy forest. I just realised that, like, my main experience of forests has been the ones that are in the south of Western Australia, which are all pretty sparse and extremely tall. So they're not super dense, but they're very, very tall. If you're ever in WA, the Valley of the Giants is worth a visit.
That's that.
Big ass trees. There are a couple that were fire lookouts that you can climb, which is also cool. And there is the treetop walk for those of you who don't want to just climb up a massive tree, which I certainly did not.
Okay.
Very cute.
This mountain range. Do you want to find out what we should do next?
I'll climb. Yeah, they're firewatch trees, and they have like a ladder built into the side that you can climb up.
And it's worth it to note we also have to do land. You have to do the
coastline there.
Coastline around it.
Like this
So
is
I
a
did.
big promontory.
I'm also just going to join this coastline up here.
Okay. Right. So return on the dice pool. All right. Choose any location on the map.
We are going to head up to the forest.
Cool. We'll draw a dashed line, so we will draw a card and
Done.
consult the journey. Hopefully no more misfortune.
Hey!
5 of spades.
8.
8 of spades. I do apologise. I had 5 in my head for a second. So the spades. Your travel was slowed by an outside force. What was the cause of the delay? Lose 1 food.
Okay.
We have no food left. We
Noted.
are out of food.
Well, we're in a wilderness,
We're in
so
a
we can
forest,
pick
we
up
can
some
hunt.
food. And in fact, I will roll to determine how much food. 6, plenty of food. Yeah. I reckon it was the plague. I reckon it was. We were very popular in town. They didn't want us to leave. They were like, you harpies have to tend you. You and your harpies.
If by harpies you mean demanding villagers who didn't want you to leave town.
Or maybe one guy who keeps harping on about stuff.
Travel was slowed by villagers following you, begging you not to leave.
Yeah. They said, "Oh, please, Sir Reginald, please. We're in the market, as it were, for a town leader." And I said, "Well, gents and ladymen, I'm terribly. I'm on a rather an important sort of map making expedition. But I will take it under advisement. You know, if you are still looking in a year and a half or so, when I'm finished my explorations, I'd be more than happy to come back and consider ruling you with an iron fist. How's that? Ilden fast would be
I think you mean a cushioned fist?
cushioned backside and an iron fist. Give any villager a good iron fisting.
And suddenly it's dirty.
And it's weird.
Okay. Consult the appropriate location.
Name the location.
Okay.
It's a forest.
Okay, we're in the forest.
For the first time.
An 8 in the forest.
An 8 in the forest is a bird in the hand. What? City, discovery, forest. Number 8.
Sentient and watching. The
Oh.
plant life seems to have a mind of its own. What conversation do you have with the forest?
Now I
Gain
have
1
banana
hit.
bits on my keyboard. Adana, you should have learned long ago not to watch us and eat foods. Remember how you didn't manage to eat your pecan pie yesterday because you kept worried about being choking to death because of the laughter? Sorry, babe, that's just what happens. That's how we roll. Only eat non-foods. I know.
I have more than once had to mute my mic because I'm having a coughing fit.
What was the thing? What did we say? What was the question?
The
Oh, it's the
forest
sentient
speaks to
forest.
us.
It's an aspen forest. It's all one tree.
Ooh.
It's a hive mind. Or we could Thaddeus Flange, the gentleman seductionist, and it's we get infested by spores and have a psychedelic. We have a psychedelic experience, not infested by spores, but we have a psychedelic experience, commune with the forest. And then we wake up with the munchies and have to and eat a solid amount of our remaining provisions. What did we discuss with the forest? Oh, the village of Ildenfast. They're too reliant on the ocean for food. When the forest's bounty, the forest says, look, next time you're there, tell them to come to me instead. I am literally teeming with life. In fact, if someone could do something about the squirrel population, that'd be great. And I will. Do aspen produce fruit? No.
Why are you asking me? Probably not.
Doesn't have to be.
The Nattering Woods, yes.
Nattering Woods, solid. Yes, the Nattering Woods. Nattering. The Natural Woods. Nattering, I prefer. Wood. Do aspen fruit? No, I don't think it's aspen. It doesn't have to be aspen. But the forest is linked together by the roots. So I think it's a collection of... There's a surprisingly large number of fruiting trees that have a problem with squirrels and other rodents. And they're like, hey, send the villagers. They can eat our rodents and our fruit. We'd love that. We'll trade killing rodents for fruit. And that's what slows us down. We have to go back and say, guys, I've solved your food problem. And they were like, no, please don't leave, Sir Reginald. My jaw still hurt from laughing too much yesterday. Didn't get better when my Wednesday group decided the absolute chaos gremlins in Space Pirates campaign. We play when we're missing a player. Love it.
Amazing.
So we gain a temporary dice. Because the sentient forest tells us what to do, presumably. Love it. Nattering Wood. Oh, Siri.
Puppy Cam.
Puppy Cam.
She's snoozing.
She's awake. Her eyes are awake. Her eyes are open. You can see the little gleam. Hey, baby. Siri. Good girl. Yes.
Good for now. It's like, my departure from Ildenvals was slowed by several determined persons who seemed quite convinced I should become their leader. I eventually reached the Nattering Wood, only to have the most strange out-of-body experience.
They turned that plasmoid beast barbarian into a lava lamp by casting light on a pebble and having the plasmoid absorb it. Excellent.
The trees told me the villagers should come and hunt squirrels. Not bad advice, really.
So I was obliged to go back and tell them. Alright.
That is not how you spell squirrel, Karen.
No one minds. Cool. We're in the wrong soundscape for this. Now we need forest.
Yeah, if I had time, I could get out my calligraphy set, write this out properly and pretty.
To what benefit?
So much to do.
To what benefit, though? Rest
It would be
phase.
very satisfying.
It would be pretty as well. Write it out long form. You could do that as well. The Journals of Sir Reginald Trott. Be a good, fun, short story.
Okay.
Rest phase. Lose a dice. We've just picked up a temporary dice, so we don't lose that
We
one.
don't lose that one.
If you're at a settlement, nope.
So we select 2 appropriate actions from the
From the
Wilderness
Rest table. Converse, no. But camp.
Yep.
and hunt.
We have no food. We can't camp.
We will when we've hunted.
Okay, we have to hunt first then.
We did. We got a 6.
Okay.
So we hunt for 6, so we have 6 food.
But we lose a die.
And then we camp.
Lose 1 dice of your choice.
Okay, that. And then we gain a biome die for camping.
And lose 1 food, so we have 5 food.
Yeah. Coming up, net gain. Which is the point.
What we are trying to do. Okay.
It's a constant fight to keep dice, to be honest.
Well, one of the ways the game ends is you run out of dice.
Well, I tell you what, should we spend a coin to gain another biome dice? Because if we spend a coin and lose a food, we can gain another biome die. Or, yeah.
Or we can lose 1 lire or coin and
gain a temporary one, but we lose that at the end of next turn anyway. We don't.
Okay.
Would you like to do that? Coin and dice. We've got loads of wares though, and we're going to a settlement.
We have 3 wares. Let's just leave it there. I think we're okay.
Okay, we can gain a coin. We can gain a dice at the next settlement anyway.
Yeah, because now we have to go to the next place.
Yeah, cool. So we gained a bunch of food. Right. So we're drawing more.
Yeah, we're back at the top
Back
again.
to the
So
top.
we're gonna roll that.
I'm gonna do up here now.
Yep. All right.
Up the top, because one of the things you have to do is draw from one side of the map to the other.
Yeah, so we might want to actually like.
Fuck me. Okay.
Oh, okay. That one went down there.
That went down. That's Mole Mountains.
Hilarious.
No shit.
So another.
Actually, that's the temporary. It could be either.
Ooh. What's a 2 on that?
Nothing.
It's nothing or a mountain.
Fucking. It's one particular mountain.
Yeah, one particular mountain.
That mountain.
Nailed it. Nailed.
I'm not having much luck with these temporary mountains.
Okay.
And then we have to draw coastline around that boy.
Oh.
And 1 is also nothing.
And the 4
Okay,
is.
I'm not sure, but I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, 1 is nothing.
Nothing.
And number 4 is open land.
Well, that was a fucking load of bollocks.
It could be an illusionary mountain.
Thanks, Lilith. I'm going to make a note that this is definitely open land.
Just right, open land.
Land.
Well, that was a bit of a...
Well, we're going over here anyway. I'm going to roll that again. Fuck this.
Cheater.
Nah. Better. Didn't roll it particularly where I wanted it to. We could move the mountain to up here, but it was just like...
We just rolled another 2.
Yeah, with that, let's fuck the temporary dice. Well, it's a mountain. Could be a mountain.
Yeah. But another volcano.
Pop it up here. And we draw that way.
Oh no! Tundra centaurs! What's the difference between a regular centaur and a tundra centaur?
They're snowy. So we've got white fur.
An Arctic centaur.
Arctic centaurs. And 4 is on a biome open land. Fine. It's the same, almost exactly the fucking same.
All that's moved is where the coastline and the mountain are.
There's nothing on the landmark. And open land is open sea. We've moved the coastline. We're slightly alright, that serves me right for trying to cheat.
Iceland horses or fluffy horses? Ooh.
Definitely both.
A woolly goat lower and a dwarf top. That's dope.
I like that. That's very cool. So we are going to...
We're going to the weird...
the forest settlement.
The forest settlement.
And there was a mountain up here.
Alright. Do you want to draw a journey card?
It's a weird fucking mountain. What happened there?
I don't know. You're the one drawing the mountain.
It's wobbly.
The wobbly mountain.
The wobbly mountain. There we go.
And the wobbly mountain comes.
There, that. There. The wobbly mountain. I'm not
We're
writing
going to
that.
have to name it.
So we go to the new mountain, the new place. We draw a journey card.
Draw a journey card.
Ah, fuck.
Clubs. The journey was perilous and you were put in harm's way.
This is actually surprisingly difficult.
We might die.
We might die.
So we take a wound.
Yeah.
We're back to 2 wounds.
Yeah.
You almost need like little counters for these because I'm just kind of scribbling and
Yeah.
rewriting the
And a
numbers.
4 is something good, something good. Journey prompt.
Is this a forest prompt or a city prompt?
Technically, we're going to a city. Well, it's a town, not a city. It's a settlement.
It's a town. It's a little town. The
Little
settlement
town.
is full of
4.
ogres playing tree Jenga. A tree falls on you.
Farming village boasting the best products in the land. What produce do they farm? What makes it unique? What are the Canadians like?
Maple syrup.
Maple syrup. We gain 1 food.
Maple syrup! I freaking love maple syrup, by the way.
Boom.
And if you want a real chuckle, go look up the Great Maple Syrup Heist in Canada.
Yes.
It is hilarious.
Yes, it is.
But what we delayed. Do we want to go that a tree fell on us?
No, I like the I reckon all of this is a colder area, and it was ice centaurs. A tribe, a herd of ice centaurs. Ooh, that sounds yum. Yeah, it was basically just a repository of maple syrup that just got emptied because it wasn't guarded particularly thoroughly.
Yeah, basically they have like a maple syrup reserve that they use in years where they don't make enough maple syrup to meet demand. They have the reserve, so if it's a lean year for maple syrup production, they go into the reserve so they can meet demand because maple syrup keeps really well. But they had the maple syrup in some temporary storage areas while they were building a new storage area, and they basically had hardly any security on them. So these guys were just they rented the warehouse next door, and they were just straight up taking the maple syrup tubs out, draining them of maple syrup, filling them with river water, and then putting them back in the warehouse, and then smuggling the maple syrup out of the area so they could sell it. Because they obviously couldn't sell it there, because everyone would be like, where the heck did you get this maple syrup from? And the only reason they got caught was basically because they got sloppy. So when they came to inspect the warehouse, they were like, huh, these storage places look kind of banged up and suspiciously empty, because they'd stopped refilling them, and that's how they got rumbled. But yeah, there's so much more to it. It is hilarious. The value of the maple syrup is kind of mind-boggling. The value of the reserve that had like no freaking security on it.
Centaur.
Focus, damn you.
Angry centaur on the map. Yeah, ice centaurs get sloppy with syrup. Exactly. It was an actual heist. Yeah.
Legitimate heist that happened. Possibly the most Canadian crime ever committed. Because basically, in parts of Canada, the maple syrup industry is very strictly regulated. So the whole reason they were stealing the maple syrup is because they wanted to sell it. It was black market maple syrup that they wanted to sell. It's genuinely hilarious.
So I'm calling this one Maplevale.
That feels appropriate.
And the villagers of Maplevale make incredible maple syrup, and I picked some up to eat. So I gained an extra food there.
Sweet.
And now we rest at Maplevale.
Excuse me. Okay. Yeah. Double journey table. Oh, I have to do my journal entry. And rest phase in the settlement.
So.
We have to lose dice.
We did. I've done that. We've got 1 left.
Okay.
Yeah. So, I reckon this is where we spend food to gain...
Yeah.
Sleep gains us 2 biome die. A nose. Yeah, lose a food to gain 2 biome die. definitely think we do that. And sell our wares. Let's find out how much... Ah, fuck you. This place is poor. That's okay. Sell our wares, though. I think we need more stuff.
Coin.
Yeah. Do you want to sell 2? Keep 1 wares for another place?
Yep. So we go down to 1 wares.
1 wares, and we're up to 3 coins.
1 wares.
4 coins? 3 coins. No, 4 coins.
4 coins.
Up to 4. And we lose a food, but we gain 2 dice. I was going to say, would you like to stay here for 2 nights, spend another coin and another food to go up to 4?
Are we allowed to do that?
Yeah, that's you spend a coin to have take another action.
Oh, right. So we'd go down to 3 coins.
3 coins and lose a food because we've got tons of food.
Yeah. So we'd go down to 4 food and 3 coins, but we'd gain another
2 dice.
Sweet.
Because then we're safe. So we've got enough food for a while. We've got enough money for a while. We've got enough dice for a while. We can go proper exploring. Yeah, the Great Emu War is also funny. My favourite war was the one between Canada and Denmark, which they called the Whiskey War. Yeah, that was the one where they left the bottle of whiskey, where one side left whiskey and the other side left something else. They left their national liquor on this island that they're fighting over in the middle of the North Atlantic. Or the Arctic. I might even be up in the Arctic Circle. It's basically just a long-going pissing contest between the 2 nations. We're at 2 wounds. Hey,
Yes.
do you want to? Shall we just go down and heal a wound instead? Otherwise, we'll die
Yeah.
next time we take a wound. Valid point.
What have
Thank you.
What have we got now? So we keep our coin or our food?
Well, we lose the coin anyway, but we do gain the food back.
Okay, so we have 5 food.
Yeah. Yeah, we
3
heal.
coin,
Lose 1 coin, remove
and
1
we have 1 wound.
Yeah.
It's that dark stub toe.
Yeah. Blast! That toe just isn't healing. I need to stay off it. Which is, yeah. Okay. Let's go again. 3 dice. We're fine. We're fine. And we're fine, we're fine, we're fine. It's not a problem, it's just a challenge. It's a challenge.
Okay, journal entry is: I was heading towards a beautiful maple forest when I was set upon by some hairy centaurs. I made my escape into said forest. I'm going to change the word there. Into said forest. And found a small settlement that harvests the most delicious maple syrup.
Right. Roll your dice directly onto the map. Let's try up here again. New turn.
I predict another mountain.
No settlement. But we do get to draw stuff around that. A 6 is whatever the fuck we want, I think.
Famous closest biome or choose. So it can,
Mountain.
So it can, yeah, be a mountain.
Well, if we do it up there. And a 4 is open land. I'm going to draw a sort of area. Plains. There, like that.
Cool.
And this is now a mountain range. This place is full of mountain ranges on the coast, hey? Okay, well, where do we want to go now? The next nearest thing is Caracadon's Rest. Or the water, or the Nattering Wood. We go back to the wood.
Or we could go south.
Or we could spend 1 food and go to the lava tubes of misfortune. Or there's mountains down here.
We are going to take a wound if we go to the lava tubes in this fortune.
Hey?
We take a wound if we go to the lava tubes of misfortune, if you recall.
No, because we're doing this.
Oh, yeah.
Let's burn a food and go to the lava tubes of misfortune.
Okay.
We did just kit up for a long journey.
Alright, so we're back to 4 food.
No clubs. Hey, hearts. Hearts is good.
Your journey had an unforeseen benefit.
Yes.
What helped you while traveling? Gain 1 food or where? I vote we gain a where, since we still have 4
A
food.
different tribe of centaurs.
Yep. Nice ones.
Yeah.
Friendly ones.
Those ones.
Friendly centaurs.
So yeah, I reckon it was the ice centaurs with a problem, and a larger, more aggressive kind of centaur that wasn't furry, is hunting them, and yeah, we received benefit of their assistance, and we aided them by being by what's the word I'm looking for? We were a decoy.
Oh, we distracted the ice centaurs from attacking.
Well, the ice centaurs were bearing down on us again. We thought we got out of Maplevale without attracting their attention, but then the ice centaurs were charging down at us when a different tribe of non-ice centaurs, normal centaurs, nice centaurs, if you will, nice, does anyone say? And they thanked us for our assistance, however unwilling it was. When we were like, quickly. Yeah, they're like limping along with our bruised toe. Yeah, that's what happened.
It's just we met some nice centaurs when we almost got attacked by ice centaurs again.
Mm-hmm.
They were grateful for us being a good decoy.
And gave us some pelts.
Excellent.
Ice centaur pelts.
Gave
Which
us.
is a bit weird, really, if you think about it.
It's like, thank you for slaughtering our enemies. Here is a cured human hide.
It's a dwarf.
Can we, as Char, do the next roll?
Oh, it's chat. Yeah, sure. Abso-freaking-lutely you can.
Tell you what, if
we will use these as the locations
Yeah,
for them
I
on
was
the
gonna
map,
say,
but you guys roll the
We'll
dice.
get you to do the numbers.
Like it, Tony. Good idea. All right. Name the location. Already done. The lava tubes of misfortune for the ice centaurs.
You pushed one down.
And now we look at number 6 on the ice tubes of misfortune, which is a discovery.
Mm-hmm.
Hazardous labyrinthine structure. Which makes total sense. What force causes folks to get lost in here, lose 1 die, and gain 3 rep? Who controls this domain? Easy. The nice centaurs. We're up to 7 rep.
We have great reputation.
Very,
guys.
very reputation. Much wow. However, we lose 1 dice. Good. The lava tubes of misfortune. Because we got lost in them. And it was the centaurs, once again, they helped us get out. And I told the tale of their mighty warriors hunting down the ice centaurs. Hey, baby, let's make this really difficult. Good girl. Yes. Lovely. All right. Yeah. First 3 results are the sum. I'll just take it in order. I'll take it in order. Let's finish this one first. But yes, because the next one ought to actually be the last. If we can get the blue dice up there, that'll be it. Because we've done 6 locations. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 actually. But we haven't completed a coastline all the way up and down.
Coastline.
Nearly there. I would say this is there, but that's not quite.
Yeah.
So, rest. We lose a dice. Back down to 1. Great. Ah! But we've got tons of food. And we're in a place where we can hunt and camp. And we gain 2 biome die for camping because we've got the camping gear.
Gonna go down or you're gonna sit?
Thanks, Tony.
Dilemmas.
So close. Yeah, lose 1 food. Do we want to hunt or do we want to converse? Lose a wear and gain a temporary dice.
Yeah, we can converse with the centaurs.
Lose a food, gain 2 biome die. Definitely do that because we've got quite a bit of
So
food.
we've got 3 food left.
That's fine. Do we want to burn that ware that we picked up and gain a temporary die? Or do you want to hunt and gain fuck tons of food, maybe? Lose 1 die of your choice. We haven't been doing that. Oh, yeah, we have. Yeah, we have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's if we hunt. We have 2 wares that if we keep, we can go back to the city of Cloud Dolph.
Yeah. Or we continue going. Like, we're nearly at the end. I'm actually gonna do coastline there as well. I think that makes sense.
It's a big finger of land sticking out.
It could go very much that way though. It's more of an isthmus.
Good word.
Good
isthmus.
word. Isthmus.
You converse with the centaur and they teach you the ancient art of horse speak. You can now communicate with Onay.
Who tells you his real name is actually Steve. So lose a food, gain 2 die, lose 1. If we hunt, let's not do that. Let's converse.
Okay.
So lose that ware.
We have 1 ware again. We have 3 coin if we want to lose a coin instead of a ware.
Yeah? Let's lose a coin then. Because the wares are worth at least 1 coin.
Cool. 2 coins.
Okay. So we converse with the horse folk. And now we can speak to Onay. Or at least we have basic communication with Onay. So we have 4 dice. Boys and girls. And I'm gonna roll them bones. A 3. But we're not doing that. So this. So for this dice up here, I need a d6 in chat, please. We'll do it 1, 2, 3, 4. In fact, we will do them in order of their numbering here. So first dice will be this one, that one, that one, that one. Okay. Don't know if anyone could see that. That one, that one, that one, that one. Roll these 6s. So we have a 5 from Tony. A 5 from Tony. It's a 5. We have a 2 from Terrace. A 1 from Ardana. And the final, I'm going to use my 3 for that one up there. So, oh, right, it's got a 4. I'll take the 4. A 4. That. Alright. Thanks, Raven Ridge. Alright. What's a 4 when it's at home?
I don't know.
Scrolly. Oh, too far. Take it back. After the rest phase? It is after the rest phase. Aha, here we go. A 4 is a city! Yay! Then a 5, that's a city. A 5 is a forest. Siri. It's okay, baby. Thank you.
Your stomach.
Probably. You had a snack this afternoon. I did not. I took my mother to the airport.
Well, aren't you a good son? And I a poor wife.
No, because I also got a car out of it for the next 3 weeks.
This
So
is true.
this is... And so we've got a town or city up the top. I'm just gonna sort of this whole area, but it's gonna take a while to. I'm gonna. Forest borders the ocean. Down here on the ground, down here on the edge, is all forest.
Okay. There's journal entry. Despite my best efforts, I attracted the attention of the eye centers again upon leaving the Maplevale. Fortunately, my life was saved by another tribe who took advantage of my distraction in order to drive off their enemies. They proved to be excellent guides as I reached the lava tubes of misfortune, which proved necessary as I had quite lost my bearings in their sprawling depth. The centaurs were also kind enough to teach me some basic horse speak with which to communicate with my indispensable One.
Oh nay. Here we are. I actually like the idea that this forest goes fully around, or at least partially around, the lake. And the fact that I'm drawing the forest to the sounds of peaceful forest is also kind of good. So, yeah. Let's just play out this last little bit. This is I think this is a city up here, and it is a big, sprawling metropolis. In fact, I'm gonna make it sort of that. Like that. Sort of takes up this whole corner, and I'm wanting to draw. I think it's a totally different style of house. The flat roofs. This is south. This is quite far south. Cold down here, warm up here. This is a sort of open land. This is desert, and this is a desert city with a marketplace in the center. And a big palace up here.
Thank you, Ravensreach.
What?
I am a quite good writer when I try.
So, Ravensridge, Keren is actually a film playwright.
I'm a professional writer. I'm a professional scribbler. Sometimes I even get paid.
Yeah. There is a film that Keren has written recently. Well, not that you didn't write it recently, but
I wrote it last year, technically.
It is in the process of being put into production.
Yes, we are very tangled up in the
weeds.
The weeds of getting someone to give you money. And I say we. I'm not really involved in that aspect of it. I just give them extra materials when they ask for it. Like when I get a call on a Monday morning saying, hey, I need a 1-paragraph plot summary. And I'm like, okay, you're lucky it wasn't doing anything else. But if it actually decides to go anywhere, I'll let you guys know, because we'll need people to, like, go see it and stuff. Yeah, this is... I can't see what you're doing there, Heather. Let me give him a bird's eye view. There you go. There's the desert city.
There's a like a campsite. It's a big tent at the front.
Sorry, I'm drifting. There we go, that's better. So, Fun fact, I actually have a degree and a master's degree, both in writing.
Whereas my undergrad, you have a full double major, don't you?
Yeah, I did double major in performance studies and creative writing because I'm that sort of person. And then I did my master's in screenwriting.
Whereas I have a minor in writing in my undergrad, and I reckon this is a big port city. It's got two jetties.
Honestly, Terrace, I did the double major mainly because
It's easier.
It basically meant I just did lots of units in both those specialties because I didn't really want to do anything else. I was like, well, I might as well do a double major then and, you know, do all the writing classes.
What am I doing?
Business and law. What type of law, Terrace? What sort of law do you special? Contract law? Criminal law?
I have it in my head. It's like inheritance law.
Oh, damn, you're smart. Certain things, I think so. Actually working on an expansion for the underground. It is a different set of tables.
Cool.
Ooh.
Yes.
Oh, young offenders.
Young offenders. Ah.
Criminal law. Interesting.
Well,
There you go.
and there's a fortress and the king or queen probably.
No, it's weird. I am like a super overqualified creative writer. It's just a industry that's really hard to actually earn a living in. So my professional work has been sporadic over the years. Though at least it's existed, you know. One of the cool things I got to do is while Game of Thrones was still cool, we did a Game of Thrones inspired interactive dinner.
Oh yeah.
Which I wrote the script for. Like, obviously the script was a little loose because there was improv involved, but the main thing I had to do actually was rename everything and rework the law, because obviously they couldn't do exactly Game of Thrones, because that is
For legal reasons.
So
Yeah.
I had to craft an almost version of Game of Thrones for them to use for the thing, which was actually quite fun. I think I went back to its historical roots and did Lancaster and York.
Yeah, you did,
Lannister
yeah.
and Stark, if I recall correctly.
What I really quite enjoyed was that, like, they knew us, the people who commissioned it. I was going to make the set for it, and I gave them a price and they didn't like it. But they knew we were performers and they didn't hire either of us to do it. But they did wind up hiring a bunch of people we know.
Yeah.
Because Perth is small.
We knew half the cast. I gave academia the finger halfway through my bachelor's because I wasn't allowed to mix political history and anthropology. That sounds like a dope mix.
Yeah, makes
Like,
sense.
a bit random, but very cool.
Yeah.
Honestly, I think you should be allowed to mix whatever the hell you want.
Yeah.
Like, it's your degree. You're the one paying for it. Well, technically, I haven't paid for it yet because the Australian government does this thing where basically
I've been
they'll
paying
pay
for
your
my degree my entire life.
and then the debt just kind of sits there, and eventually you have to pay it off. But I haven't got there yet, so it's just sitting there, getting bigger.
Like me and food. All right.
You should be able to mix what you want for sure. Yeah, totally. I technically have a double major, but not on paper because there was too much overlap. Oh, that's annoying.
Yeah. All right. Final thing. Hey, Kate. By the way, I know you've been around, but we haven't really. I haven't said hi.
Sorry, you dispatched a bot dramatically.
Good on you. Yeah. Where should we go?
Should you go out into the open plains?
Yeah, let's go to the plains. To the edge of the desert. It's not the closest place.
Yeah, we have to bypass the mountain.
We could go back to Cloud Delve, get that toe looked at.
Yeah.
Procedure. Yeah. Draw a card.
We have 3 food, so.
Yeah, we really need to go back to the Cloud Delve.
Okay, go to Cloud Delve.
Looks like we're going back to Cloud Delve.
Yeehaw!
Yeehaw! With 2 wounds.
Oh wow, so Laurite, I'm currently paying off my loans, but not in a hurry. At 0.15 annual interest, I'm not in a hurry to pay it off. So it's kind of a thing that's in the news in Australia at the moment. So hex debts don't take interest. They get indexed to inflation. which is a fancy way of saying it gets bigger depending on how inflation's going. So given inflation's been insane this year, I'm about to get slapped with 7% on my hex debt.
Yeah.
Which is going to be several $1,000s.
What dangers do we face?
We have
Falling
drawn
down
this
potholes?
card so many times.
We did really well at the beginning. We've had 4 clubs,
4 clubs.
2 spades, 5 hearts, and 2 diamonds. We are actually beating the odds on good versus bad.
Well, that makes me feel better.
Barely.
Why Pepe? Yeah, that does sound like a bot.
Yeah.
Okay. What dangers do we face between the...
And it was a 3. It was falling down holes.
Fell down a hole. Fell down another hole. Stubbed the other toe.
Yeah. Now I'm walking with 2 stubbed toes. I wanted to write about folklore's influence on real politics, such as the Habsburg princess with
Everyone thought she was a vampire.
Porphyria was buried in a lead casket and wrapped in rosaries because everyone thought she was a vampire.
That is so cool. That'd be a dope PhD, actually.
Yeah. Yeah, cool. 3.
So we have 2 wounds again. We've never managed to get back down
to no wounds. Yeah. We are going back to a city. Where we've already been before. This city is the bastion of defense with a prominent religious influence. Heal 1 wound. What makes the city so protected? It's underground. What religion are the people enthralled to?
They worship the volcano.
And that makes sense why there's a volcano there, because it rumbles a lot. And they, yeah.
Cool, but we healed a wound. We've only got 1 wound. Yay!
Yeah. Back to 1.
They healed 1 of the toes.
And that's our journey. We started in Cloud Delve. We're back in Cloud Delve.
Aw, we've come full circle.
Yeah, we did a big loop.
And made quite a
pretty
respectable
map.
looking
Okay. There we are.
There you go.
Quite happy with that. So, Keren. I mean, we could... Shall we do the final... What else do we do in the city? We need to do, like... Our final resource juggle. We lose the temporary and the permanent. So we have 2 dice left. For our rest phase. Let's roll to see what the value of the wares here is. 1 again. We are not having good luck. I mean, made a lot of money initially. I don't think we need to actually do anything more for the rest phase because we're not continuing. We've made it all the way across the map. We've named 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 places. And we only have to do 6. I'm going to name another place. No, I'm not. I'm just going to leave it. I'm happy with that. We'll go up this way in the future, but...
Should we name the desert?
Yeah. Give me a name for the desert, chat.
The Black Forest Desert.
Black Forest Desert? Doesn't make any sense.
Sticky Date Desert.
Sticky Date. Are you hungry, my love?
The Mixed Berry Cheesecake Desert.
I think if I had one note about it, I think it is the height of optimism to have 18 dice prepared when the most we ever had in front of us, because of a mistake, was 5. Now I want cheesecake.
Baked passion fruit cheesecake.
Pyre. The Pyre Plains. Pyre Plains. The Pyre Plains. There. Beer! Karen, why are you doing this to me? I can't sugar shock before bed.
I don't have any cheesecake in the house either.
Born East's Desert.
Oh, well, this can be the Pyre Plains, and then this
Yeah.
is the Born East Desert up
Born
here
East
past the
Desert.
mountains. It sounds more fun than open plains.
I'm going to call it the Born Est Desert because it's in the west. So calling it the Born East Desert doesn't make any sense. I'm going to call it Born Est Desert.
I do not have cream cheese in the house, Soteris.
And desert with one S is desert that's sandy, isn't it?
Yes, dessert is too.
Dessert. Is that what you were doing? Sorry, I didn't get it. I'm sorry. Spelling-based jokes this late at night. Is that what you were doing?
Yes, that was a dessert joke.
Black Forest dessert. All right, my bad. I suck. But yeah, if I had any notes at all, I would say it's like the resource management element of it is quite fun. I would, if I were to do it again, I will definitely utilize the map drawing random chance element of it. What I would do is straight up get 18 dice and just throw them at a piece of paper. Get the 3 different kinds. Please, it's a drinking game. Yeah, I reckon just scatter them randomly and use them as that. Use these prompts for rapid map generation. Fucking cool.
You could do that and then do the journaling entry separately as you travel around, naming the locations
Yeah.
and discovering what's behind the question marks.
Yeah. Doing it as you go is fun. And you can choose, like, oh, the bit I want to go to next, so you can try to roll the dice there, you know? And that whole thing about moving the dice is a really good thing. Like, I want that one there, I want that there, and like, but I like the randomness of it. It's very cool. Raven's Ridge, excellent work. Brandon, solid work, buddy. Very, very cool. It's a solid 8 out of 10 from me. It depends on your vibe. This is the thing. I find star rating, in fact, I like my personal star rating, I would give it an 8 out of 10 at least. In terms of how much I have enjoyed it, I'd even go to 9. Certainly 8.5. It's great fun. It's varied enough. I would, if I was going to play it again, I'd take half of the clubs out of the deck. Just because maybe because we demonstrably didn't get that unlucky.
No. And we
Like,
still
that's why I checked.
came very close to
We
dying
came
a bunch.
close to dying a bunch. And I grant you that is the point of the resource management stuff. So if you're playing the game for gorilla noises... Oh, we're being raided!
Oh, hello,
Crit and
everybody.
miss!
Hi, Rita.
Hello, you bloody champions! How
Welcome.
are you guys? Thanks so much for the raid! Favorite raid emotes up in chat,
Tell
everybody.
us where on the map you are raiding us. Are you raiding these mountains?
Yeah.
Town, this forest. We got some lava caves there. Another forest, mountain, more mountains.
Grit
David
and miss,
City.
you bloody champions. Thank you so much for joining us. We are playing a new thing. We're playing Cartograph. And this is the map that we have generated using this wonderful creation of Brandon Lee and the Raven's Ridge Emporium. Really, really cool game. What were you guys up to? 3 nat 20s and from a Hexblade Warlock. Ooh, nice, Mod Brew. Very nice. Sir, I need you to do just a small favor. Yes? I will never forget this night.
Should we be concerned?
Go on then, Liquor Witch.
Does it involve alcohol?
Please say the line, "You're the most devious man in New York City." With my voice.
Dramatically? Is this a quote?
You're the most devious man in New York City.
It's Matt Berry. It's Matt Berry.
Okay, right.
You're the most devious man in New York City. Oh,
That guy. Right, okay.
you gotta do the
Is
fuck.
it the voice? Is it, or, because I don't look like him, right?
You look a little
Okay. Robbie Hoodie, that's great. Thank you. You're welcome. Join us following Crit and Miss. I can do that. Click. I'm surprised I was not already. Am now. There we go.
Haha.
Your voice is incidental timbre. Has identical timbre. Okay.
You are British, darling.
Fair. Yes, well, guys, what have you been up to? I presume D&D. Let's have a shout out at Crit and Miss. Boom. You play D&D? Of course you do.
Excellent.
Bloody champions. Yeah. Well, so do we. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Josh the Pirate. This is my lovely wife, the Mother of Bunnies, Keren. Yeah, we also play D&D. Haven't this week, though.
No, we've been
Played a whole mess of other games.
Yeah,
Fucking
kind of
sick.
solo or mini kind of RPGs that you can do to people. So yeah.
Monday night
hence
we
the
played. Monday night we played I Was Once, which is a magic item generation game of a similar thing. It's solo journaling game. We played together because we like to. And the great thing about solo games is you can do them together. We generated this groovy map using Cartograph this evening. On Tuesday night, I had to look at 3 other solo card games or board games. Well, 2 and a group one. 2 were submitted by the wonderful Small Town Creepy, who is a games creator as well. Here's our Pupper Cam. This is a series. And then the other one was the Butterfly Court, which is so cool, where you are collaboratively telling a story about intrigue in court. And it's no GM, no dice, all story, all the time. Very, very cool. And then Wednesday night, Kate O'Sullivan, the O'Sullivan Kate in chat, Ardana and Terrace, also in chat, actually, the Lawrite, and Malika Moon came over, and we finished our little 2-shot of Teens in Space. Teens in Space! And decided that we are going to have to continue the story. They had their ship was taken over by floating gas bags called Haralka, and that was fun. They resolved the situation by flying away from it and inserting themselves into a lot of tubes, actually. That was a running theme. There was a lot of tubes. Yeah. Join us in following the law, right? Dead set. Already done. Already done.
Just thinking, if you're not following the law right already, what the hell are you doing?
Pretty sure I was already... Yeah, okay, good. Crit and Miss, end your stream. You still appear to be streaming on for me. And who else? What else did we do? This is it. That's all we've done this week. Next week, Keren and I will be back on Monday night for more one-on-one games. We're going to be playing Village Necromancer by Small Town Creepy on Monday night.
So we have to find some tarot cards.
So I'm going to have to find some tarot cards. I'm going to go out tomorrow and get some. I reckon Good Games Joondalup would have them as well, possibly.
Yeah.
And then next Thursday night, we will be having the first official episode of
Humblewood.
Monsters and Magic Season 4, Humblewood Season 10. The 10th season of Humblewood. Crazy. Can't be. It must be 9. Otherwise, we'd be up to 112 already. Like math.
Maths, yeah.
It would have to be up to episode 108, at least. We're not. It must be the 9th season, but it's still a lot. I'm still very proud of it. So yeah, I will quickly go through for our wonderful raiders what we have done this evening. We are playing Cartograph, which is... I'm just going to put the actual little book up. So you can see this is the wonderful PDF that we were sent by Raven's Ridge Emporium, and yeah, it's a really good little. It's a 40-page book. You could acquire it on their website, Raven Ridge Emporium. Ravens, I think it's Ravens Ridge Emporium. And if they're still around, they're welcome to put the link back up in chat. Yeah, it talks you through all the things you need to do. You roll dice to dictate where the locations are on the map. Then you consult a table to determine which kind of thing is on that location. Sometimes you get fucky stuff. You can move the dice around if you want to make it work better for what you're thinking, what you're doing. And we've had a splendid time with it. And then you journal the adventures of the cartographer as they wander around this landscape, drawing cards from a normal standard deck to determine how their journey goes. You manage resources, coins, your reputation, which we didn't manage to get the benefit of having a ridiculously good rep. We had a rep of +7, which it was the only thing that we like, but we
didn't get to use it.
That was my only thing with it, and I don't know if it's just because I got a bit unlucky. There was the balance issue of the usefulness of rep compared with Because I could have gone to any shop and just demanded their shit for free with a +7 rep. Like, everyone's like, oh my god, it's so famous. Here, have all my things. Have my bed.
Reginald, please, take my wares. Take my wife.
Please, have my bed.
Just special biscuit.
Yeah, and we tracked our way from the Cloudcrest Mount, within which is the city of Cloud Delve. We went down to the Salt Ranges. There's a T there. Salt Ranges. Then to the Karakadan's Rest, which is a skull of a giant rhinoceros, like properly giant, like the size of a Tarask. Past an angry kraken to Ildenfast, and then up through the Nattering Wood, where we conversed with the wood. And it said, hey, look, Ildenfast is having a bit of a famine right now. Maybe send it up here to eat our squirrels. Then across an open grassy plain where we got attacked by ice centaurs to Maplevale, a nice little woodland village that gave us some lovely maple syrup. Then we tracked all the way up to the lava tubes of misfortune where we got hunted by the ice centaurs again, but then a rival tribe of centaurs that live in the ice tube, the lava tubes, struck them down and told them to bugger off. And then we were like, fuck this, let's go back to Cloud Delve and rest our feet and maybe get better. And discovered that Cloud Delve is a religious center. All the while we were doing that, we constructed a map of the larger area.
So we've got a little island village.
And you can do one or both. It doesn't have to be the journaling element, but the journaling element was fun. And added depth to the world, I think. Like, I wouldn't have put on the centaur or the kraken there.
Yeah.
I wouldn't. All of that lore. I now have a world semi-fleshed out. Certainly this area of it is pretty fleshed out in which to start a campaign, in which to run a narrative. I know that there are 2 different kinds of centaurs living here. The Salt Ranges, there's some farming country up between the Cloudcrest Mount and the Salt Ranges, where we fixed a problem with a cow named Bossy. Ildenfast has that ongoing problem with Kraken Inc. There's this other island town here that we don't have a name for, and a massive desert town / fortress city up here. Again, no name for it. Born Nest. That could be the name of the town as well, but it's next to the Bornest Desert. Then the Pyre Plains across from it. There's a volcano there that I kind of want to know.
Volcano.
Sticking out of the sticking out of the ocean, which is probably why the city of Cloud Delve has problems with vibrations. And after this, you play a game. You can use the D&D, as a campaign. Yeah.
There's our random
and within it somewhere is the ravenous Twinkling Void, a magic item that we created on Monday night, which is a sentient magic item, probably wound up there. That was where the kid lived.
Oh, yeah, that would make sense if it ended up in the desert.
Yeah. And yeah, absolute Robbie Hoodie. I recommend this to anyone.
It was a really good time.
Any world builders particularly, I would heartily endorse checking out this game. Really, really cool little thing. Definitely worth your time. I will definitely do it again. Let's put it that way. Yeah.
I won't be shocked if I come home one day and he's rolling dice on a massive notebook.
I would actually give this to my mum as a creative writing aid.
Oh yeah.
Because my mum has a BA in writing as well, and has written several novels in her time, and is often struggles with writer's block. Just getting started. This is such a good little tool just for getting started, and there's loads of games that are like this, that are just a really good creative writing tool, something really fun. Yeah. Raven's Ridge, you are very freaking welcome. Thank you so much for sending it to us. Yeah.
This has been
I hecking love it. I'll take a picture and slap this up on our Discord, guys, so you can see. It'll probably be in Creative Arts, to be honest, because I definitely is. So, yeah, we should probably go and find someone to raid, Keren. Phoenix Iwaki is streaming, and they're our stream team buddies, so we could drop a raid on them.
Papa Cam,
the wonderful...
say goodbye to people? Oh, hello.
Damn, so late today. Morphs, I'm sorry. Yeah, the game was great. Follow Raven's Ridge, everybody. Yeah, shout out to Raven's Ridge. Thank you very much, Kate. I presume it was Kate who did that. Yeah, chuck the follows over there to Raven's Ridge.
Oh, the good beard scritches.
Oh, the good papa. The little face. She looks a lot more dog-like than she normally does.
Yeah,
we give her a trim. You are doing the things. Kate, you're doing a great job. It's wrong what they say about you. Hearts in chat for Kate. One of our wonderful mods. Our best mod, really. We've got several, but Kate's the one who does a lot. Bloody
She just
champion.
turns up with her sword of bot destruction.
Yeah. Oh, the big stretches. Is it really a stretch if you don't say, oh, the big stretches, oh, the great big yawns? Mods. So, we will drop a raid on Phoenixy Wacky. But, guys, thank you so much for hanging out with us.
Yeah.
Morphs. Yeah. You missed a cracking session. Check out the VOD. It's a really cool thing. Really lovely little story that we created. So we created a story and a map and a world in which to play D&D.
And a character, Sir Reginald Trott.
Sir Reginald Trott. And we also have another Snivel the Kobold. Don't forget Snivel the Kobold. I almost want to put Snivel the Kobold in here. I reckon he lives in the lava tubes of misfortune. It's exactly what I'd have loved. Well, Morphs, I'm sorry you missed out. It's very late for us and we're both extremely hungry. So we'll drop you on Phoenix for some brilliant D&D. Check out the VOD if you want to see a really awesome game. Raven's Ridge, a solid 9 out of 10 from me. Depending on your, like, if you are a world builder, if you like world building, if you're a DM or a GM, check this shit out. If that's not really your vibe, that there are people this wouldn't appeal to, but in the D&D space, not very many. To be honest, if you are a storyteller or a world builder, this is your vibe. 2 thumbs up from Josh. I don't particularly like numerical because it
feels reductive.
It's very, it's so personal as a viewpoint. But I loved it, and that's the best I can do in terms of.
I basically am like, would I recommend it?
Would I recommend it?
Absolutely.
Absolutely. As in, I'm recommending you give it to other people for them to have another look. Like, I don't want to spread it around without you, but yeah, give it to Des. If you've already given it to AJ, amazing. Guys, a pleasure. So, Keren,
yes.
Tell me about Ukraine.
Ukraine. You may have heard about it in the last year. It's got a bit of a rush problem. Unfortunately, that is still very much ongoing. So if you do have some spare dollars rattling around that you just want to do something cool with, there are 2 donation links in chat. One for the Emergency Action Appeal, Australian-based charities not-for-profits that are supporting refugees. The second one is for the Curious Compendium of Slavic Myth, which is a little 38. I was trying to remember my spiel. 38-page D&D booklet inspired by the Ukrainian region. It's got a one-shot in it, which you can actually watch over on our YouTube, The Hunt of the Firebird. It's got subclasses, it's got characters. You can donate £1 and get a copy of it. It's a good fun time.
So, our path led us from the city of Cloud Delve, down the Cloudcrest Mount, across the plains where Bossy the Cow lives, the Salt Ranges, and then on to the Caracadon's Rest, where we met a giant snake that lived in its eye socket, then past an angry kraken. We had a lot of big adventures with sneaky things there. There'd be monsters. Down to Ildenfast, which has a problem with squid ink that's infecting their food. Then heading on over to the Nattering Wood, a sentient forest that asked us to send the people of Ildenfast to go and eat its squirrels and maybe some of its fruit. Then the centaurs of the plains hunted us before we reached Maplevale. And then from Maplevale, we headed up all the way, past dealing more with the centaurs, headed all the way up to the lava tubes of misfortune, where more centaurs and one angry kobold lives. And then we headed back on up to the city of Cloud Delve again, which is having problems with this volcano. And then there is the Beer Plains up here, and the Bornus Desert, before you reach an unnamed city on the desert's edge. And then there's also this crotch shot. No, there's this lake. We don't know anything about this lake with a forest around it, or this little island with a town on it. But there is a very nicely drawn caravel there. Lovely, guys. Well, that's our map. And then there's mountains down the south because we kept rolling fucking 2s. Beautiful. Thanks for the summary. There you are, Morphs. We like to give you the good content.
Oh, wait. I didn't read the last journal entry.
Oh, read me the last journal entry.
The last journal entry of Sir Reginald Trott.
Reginald Trott.
My journey came to somewhat of a full circle as I returned to the hidden city of Cloud Delve. have learned much more of their street religion and their volcano god this visit, as they kindly healed up my much mangled toes.
Amazing. Well, guys, a pleasure. A pleasure as always.
Oh no, that's uncomfortable. I don't like it. No, more puppy cam.
Your puppy cam.
Puppy cam.
Puppy cam. Puppy cam. Head to Siri. Good girl. All right. I've been Josh the Pirate. You can find me here on my channel, Corsair's Cove, where I run D&D and other RPG games with my lovely lady wife, the Mother of Bunnies. But you know that, because you've done it already.
Yay!
Good job, you bloody champions. Keep doing it. Yeah, you can find me back here on Monday night for some Village Necromancer, or over on the Lawrights channel for some D&D tomorrow night, where I will be playing Chincinci, the secretive Fey operative, the operative of the Queen of the Night Court. Summer Court. She's the Queen of Night, who rules the Summer Court. That. Terrace and Ardana and Dojin King and Marie Tamagotchi, I think, will be there. Going to be super fun. And Ardana in the DM seat, which is something we love to see for the Lawrights' second affiliate anniversary, which is very, very cool. Yeah, Jasper's Game Week coming up soon. I will be DMing on the Friday morning. If you do fancy, I don't believe the tickets for the seats there are up yet, but they will be. Stay tuned, watch the space. We'll be back on Monday night, same bat time, same bat channel. So say goodbye. Oh, well, Keren, who the heck are you?
Oh, I'm Keren, the Mother of Bunnies. You can follow me on Twitter at Mother of Bunnies, where I get mad about things and retweet cute bunny pictures. Or you can follow my alter ego, Miss Lola Moore, over on the Instagrams. Or you can listen to me in the D&D themed podcast,
There Be Dragons, where you play
Ryland Westfall, a dragonborn warrior with a big axe.
and I play the infamous and deadly pirate Sken Feldspar und his little dragon, Frosch.
And I will be back on Monday night with Josh as well, and then on Thursday for Humblewood.
Amazing.
Yeah.
We'll go away from here now, guys. Thank you so much for joining us this evening. Thank you for the raid. And thanks for the follows, Liquor Witch and Loki. You bloody champions. I didn't see it before, but good on you, mateys, and figuring it all about. You excellent individuals. Thank you very much. Avast, mateys, you wee scallywags. We don't actually have it on this one. I need to put a newest follower up there. That's why I missed them. I had too many other things open. Guys, thank you so much for joining us. Thank you for the follows, you bloody champions. Thanks for the raids. We will drop a raid on Phoenixy Wacky now. Throw your favorite raid emotes up in chat. Tell Phoenix where you came from. Show him the love like we always do. And we'll see you same bad time, same bad channel on Monday night for more Village Necromancer. Say goodbye, Keren.